just want to know if we're live talking or not.
Right.
Corey's gonna listen to see if we can hear it.
Test. 1, 2, 3. This is the North Border Eagles Radio and TV Network. Test.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm just gonna let him go and get tested before I go. I don't think I can.
When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know everything's alright.
Test. 1, 2, 3. Test.
had to think of who 22 was.
Good evening, North Border Eagle fans. Welcome to football 2023. We're live down here at Hankinson, the home of the Pirates. I've got with me, this is Nick Ohm on the call, and I've got with me Phil Leitner and Brian Wolf. We've got the North Border streaming crew down here live. How's it going, gentlemen?
Oh, it's going pretty good, Nick. Thanks first of all, to the North Border Eagle Sports Boosters for putting this together so we could bring the band together for one more time, broadcasting Eagle football.
The band is back together. I have Mr. Wolf, Superintendent Emeritus at North Border. He's on the camera. And Mr. Leitner and I will be doing the play-by-play and color commentary. It's tonight's kickoff for both teams. High school football is back. Beautiful night here in Hankinson. About 82 degrees at game time. Field looks nice. We're happy to be here and set up. Coach Moneyloss got us all set up. We're very thankful for all the help we had here in Hankinson. We're going to be back in just 30, and we're going to have a pregame segment from Coach Moneyloss of the Pirates, and we'll be back right after this.
It's senior night. I don't know if anybody told you that.
All right, we're back, sports fans. Nick Ohm here, Phil Leitner, Brian Wolf on the call from Hankinson High School at Pirate Field. And right now we got Coach Jason Moneyloss of the Pirates, and he's going to give us those thoughts on the game.
Well, good evening. I have with me Jason Moneyloss, coach of the Hankinson Pirates, and it's back to football time. Jason, what have been some of the positives here as you guys have getting into the new season?
We have a returning group of kids that played, whether they played at the start of the entire season, played at different times during last season. There's the familiarity of what we do offensively and defensively, which obviously helps with the younger kids when they come in, and you've got that extra set of eyes, so to speak, there that can help not just us coaching it, but working with the kids and telling the kids and the other boys that, hey, this is what we do and so forth. So that leadership role has been a nice blessing, and it's really helped us out this fall so far.
For sure. And you've got some nice kids coming back. It looks like Cooper Bull going to be leading the charge on offense, at least playing quarterback. Is that had almost 1,000 yards of all-purpose yardage last year, all Region 1. I'm sure you're looking for him to do some big things.
Yeah, we were moving Coop to our tailback, but yeah, he's kind of like the guy out there that we're looking for a lot of leadership. But yeah, he's a pretty gifted kid. His true spot is at running back. And last season, I needed him at quarterback, and he did a fine job for us. But now he's back where he wants to be at that running back spot, which he's pretty comfortable with. And so we're looking forward to see what he can do back there now after a year off as our main running back.
For sure. And looks like last year you guys started out the year really hot, 4-1, and had a few struggles as the season went on. And it looks to me like in just kind of the preseason talk here, you guys should be a contender down in Region 1. So we want to wish you luck on the game tonight, and we're excited to kick off the football season. Thank you very much, Coach.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate it.
Again, Coach Jason Moneylaws of the Hankinson Pirates. And now we're going to hear from Coach Tim Hartshey of the North Border Eagles. Hartshey in his, I believe, 11th season. Is that right, Phil? They're coming off a nice 6-4. They went a couple rounds deep in the playoffs last year. Let's hear what Tim has to say.
Sure will. Well, good evening, football fans tonight. Back to football here in Hankinson. And I have with me Coach Tim Hartshey, coach of the North Border Eagles. Coach, coming off a 6-4 season, a couple of games deep into the playoffs last year. How are things looking this first couple weeks of practice?
You know, things have been going real well. We're a young team. We have 3 seniors and 2 juniors, and we're going to have 7 guys make their first varsity start tonight. So we're young and a little inexperienced, but we're ready to go.
Okay, and a couple of the big names that we hear a lot about, skill position guys, Grayson Ullman, and of course, you also have number 6, your quarterback. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, Grant Cosley. He played quarterback for some last year. He's back running the offense for us. And Grayson really came on at the end of the year last year. Really played great football in the playoffs and the last couple of games of the regular season. And Grant's a gamer. No matter where you put him, Grant's going to be an excellent player.
Grant has all the skills and everything you need in 9-man football, and I'm sure we're all just very excited to see what kind of year develops for him and the rest of the Eagles. Any particular challenges as we've started this preseason round of practices?
You know, just being, we're pretty freshman, sophomore orientated, just getting those guys going, and, the freshmen, we got some playing a lot of ball for us tonight, just getting them accustomed to varsity football and speed and things like that.
It's a warm one tonight. How are we going to hold up?
Oh, I think we're well conditioned. If you're a former player, we've been running quarters in practice, and you'll know what those are like. So we're in pretty good shape, and beautiful field as we stand here. It's nice grass and very well painted, so it's going to be a great atmosphere.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got a nice facility down here in Hankinson, and we
Good
want to
evening,
thank
and
them for
welcome
welcoming
to
us
Hankinson High
and
School
making
for
sure
tonight's
that
football
everything
game
is
between the
good to
North
go. The
Border
field
Eagles
looks
and
great.
your hometown
It's time for some high
Hankinson
school
Pirates.
football. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you, Mr. Om and Mr.
Now, please,
There again,
guys,
Tim
remove your
Hartshey.
headgear
And we're going to be
face
standing
flag
for
and
the national anthem.
Performed by Gracie Offner and under the direction of Mrs. Wendy Friscup.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wheeled at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Beautifully sung by the Hankinson High School student. All right, Mr. Leitner, what are your thoughts here? About 82 degrees, nice sunny, warm evening, great night for high school football. Here we go.
Well, it certainly is, and for these Hankinson Pirates, the theme of the night is going to be their seniors, and that's going to start with senior night, so it's going to be even more emotional for them, their first time out playing football. The Eagles, as we know, we talked about, they're a young team coming off their playoff victory last year, but even though they are young, they do have some incredible talent.
Yeah, they sure do, especially at the skill
Tonight
position.
we take the
And
to take
I
a moment
know
to
that
recognize our seniors and
that
invite
the
them and their
Coach
parents to
Harchie
come
really
out onto the
developing that
field.
line. There's so much potential with the linemen that they have, and just a
first
little bit of
senior,
skill and
David Round,
strength training
son
as the
of
year goes
Darlene
on.
Round
And we're
Dean
going to let
Round.
them just introduce the seniors here and honor them down in Hankinson. So we'll just hang tight and listen for a little bit as they are announcing seniors.
Cooper Bowl, son of Heather and Eric Bowl. Logan Falk, son of Nathan and Julie Falk. Parker Hubrig, son of Kelly and Danielle Hubrig. Oakley Mendenwald, son of Aaron and Tracy Mendenwald. Student manager Elise Elliott, daughter of Tricia and Kevin Niesemeyer. Statistician Marley Post, daughter of Jill and Jeremy Post. How about a big round of applause for these seniors and all their parents? Thanks for a lot of miles, parents, going around, and we appreciate you guys.
And there you go, the Hankinson High School football seniors, players, parents, statisticians. If you've been in that spot before, parents, yeah, he's absolutely right. It is a lot of miles. It's a long way between schools in North Dakota, and those folks have had their dedication and their time watching their kids grow up and develop, and there's nothing better than standing on that field on that senior night. And looks like we're going to do starting lineups now.
Your starting lineups.
And we're going to go with the North Border Eagles.
Sophomore, number 64, Cole Denault.
Looks like starting at one guard, going to be 64, a sophomore, Cole Denault.
Sophomore, number 55, Gavin Symington.
Number 55, Gavin Symington, is going to be starting in the line as well. Gavin, a 205-pound sophomore.
Number 33, sophomore, Cade Schaefer.
Cade Schaefer, number 33, also in the line, another 200-pound sophomore. So the Eagles do have some pretty
Number
respectable
30,
size up
sophomore,
front, would you say?
Brody Berg.
Oh, they certainly do, Mr. They have been known by their skill positions, but I think are going to be known by their
Number
offensive line
26,
in the next few
sophomore,
years.
Jesse Eisenboss.
And we got Brody Berg starting at linebacker, and we have Jesse Eisenbeis
Number
at
22,
the end.
senior, Grayson Ullman.
22, a senior, Grayson Oman. Grayson's one of those
Number
skill position
14,
guys that Mr.
sophomore,
Harchie really talked about.
Colton Bailey.
Colton Bailey starting as a sophomore. He's
Number
gonna,
12, freshman, Weston Cosley.
we got Weston Cosley coming in as a starter.
And number 6,
155-pound. 155-pound freshman, and also starting number 6, Grant Cosley. Grant is a 160-pound junior, starts at quarterback and corner on defense. And that is your North Border Eagle starting lineup. And I know they'll be relying on more than just the starters, but that's kind of where we start the game, right?
Yeah, of course, the Eagles, they'll be led by Grant Cosley and Grayson Ullman right out of the back. They'll have a fine year for them and looking to have a great night tonight. As we get to Hankinson, their bread and butter is going to definitely be Cooper Bull, the do-everything player on both sides of the field.
Yeah, Cooper Bull had almost 1,000 all-purpose yards last year for the Pirates. They had that little bit of a slide at the end of the season. They started strong, wound up, I think, the last 3 games kind of knocked him out of contention. And I know Coach Moneylaw said that Cooper's going to be back at his true position, which is a running back.
David Round.
Some of their starters, David Round, a 6'1", 175-pounder.
Sophomore, number 7, Rayshawn Earl.
Rayshawn Earl, he made a splash as a 9th grader, 6'1", 130.
Cade Hentz.
Kay Benson. Kale, 165 pounds.
Number 13, senior Parker Hubrig.
Parker Hubrig.
Number 15, senior Cooper Ball.
And of course, number 15, Cooper Bowl, who's going to be playing, I believe, tailback for
Number
the Pirates.
22, senior Oakley Mendenwald.
Oakley Mendenwald. And
Number
he's a junior as
44,
well.
Junior Cale Benson.
You got Cale Benson, a 6-foot junior, 165 pounds.
Junior, number 87, AJ Andrew Jean.
Andrew Jean, 87. He's a junior.
And big number 99, sophomore, Mason Mauk.
And we have Mason Mauk here, 5'11", 185-pound sophomore, number 99, and he looks like he's going to hold a place in the line, I would say. Would you?
Oh, absolutely. He's got to be some kind of relation to the gentleman of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Absolutely, yeah. One of the many young people that I'm sure the Hankinson community is super proud of.
The Region 1 schools remind you that use of foul or abusive language.
They're going through some sportsmanship stuff right now, and we're getting ready to kick off. The Pirates are going to be kicking off here. They won the toss and deferred to the second half. Back deep for who do we got back deep there? Grant Cosley and looks like Grayson Oman back deep to receive. And looks like we've got Colton Bailey and Wes Cosley kind of in the middle back, and then you've got the 4 up front. Kicking her off for the Pirates. We got number 22, Oakley Maidenwald. Here we go. I know some of you have been waiting since last October for this, as have I, as has Phil Leitner, and I know Brian Wolf. And here we go, start of high school football 2023 down in Hankinson. And the kick is up and away, and it's going to be fielded, looks like, by Grant Cosley. Grant's got a little bit of a corner. Grant's got some room around the side. He takes it out almost to midfield. Do you see who brought him down there, Mr. Leitner?
No, I did not there, Nick, but you can see Grant Cosley. He's got some speed to go with his power, too. He's been working out a lot this offseason, but he can hit the burners when he needs to.
Absolutely. Looked like Parker Hubrig on the tackle. Grant brought it out to about the 47-yard line, and that's where the Eagles are going to pick up 1st and 10. Cosley under center. Kind of a shotgun formation. Cosley's going to keep. He comes around the right side. Not a lot of room there. He's brought down by Hubrig. Parker Hubrig, number 13, with some pretty good speed around the corner there. He sealed that off pretty fast.
Well, Hubrig was an honorable mention for Region last year, so he's a great player. And again, he's a senior. The 4 senior leaders of this team, 4 starter senior leaders of this team, are doing a great job right away.
2nd and 10. Here comes Cosley and the Eagles. Give to 30, Brody Berg, up the middle. Nice run. Oh, fumble on the play, and it's recovered by the Pirates. Parker Hubrig on the recovery. And
tackle by.
And number 22 as well was involved there for the Pirates. Oakley Maidenwald. And the Pirates are going to pick up and take over here. 1st and 10, and we're going to see what their offense. About the 38-yard line, and that's where the Pirates are going to start.
First on the fumble recovery.
1st and 10. The Pirates in all royal blue. That's their home color. Eagles in the white and Vegas gold. And we already have a little bit of laundry coming on the field. Looks like it could be encroachment. I'm not sure. What did you see, Mr. Leitner? Anything?
Yeah, it looks like it was actually both teams there, so I don't know what they're going to call. But one thing's for certain, first game of the season, there's going to be people not ready to hike the ball when it needs to be hiked.
They did call encroachment on the Eagles on defense. That's when defensive players in that neutral zone.
On defense.
All right, here come the Pirates. Looks like number 7, Rashawn Earl, going to take the snap from the shotgun formation. Number 3, snap way behind him. Earl's got to cover up. He's way back there. hard to see the line markers just because of the sun, but around the 25-yard line. Yeah, 25-yard line. So that's going to bring up 2nd and long. Again, first game jitters. Not easy to be that center, is it?
No, it certainly isn't. You get to the first game here, Nick, and there's just miscues all over the place. And that's not a fault of either team. That's just how it goes. You haven't been practicing that long.
That's right. And it's just kind of the way high school football rolls. So just have to roll with it. Here come the Pirates. It's going to be 2nd and quite long. It's a good 20-plus.
2nd and 23 from the 25.
23-yard line. Rayshawn Earl back. He's back in the shotgun formation. Earl gets the snap. Earl's going to keep it around the left side. Stopped almost immediately there by number 55 for the Eagles. And 45, that's Gavin Symington and
Tackled by Brody Berg.
Rayshawn
Earl.
Well,
55,
Nick, you talk about two players who
Gavin
made gigantic
Symington.
leaps for the Eagles this offseason. That's Symington and Berg. So they're expecting big things from both of them, and they're
3rd and long.
already contributing.
On the 26.
100%. And both, are, as you know, are winter sport athletes. Brody played basketball. He worked very hard at that game. Gavin competed in state wrestling, got a lot stronger, a lot faster, and he's a pretty tough kid in the middle there. 3rd and long for the Pirates. Earl with the snap. He gives it up the middle to number 15. That's going to be Cooper Bowl. Cooper Bowl's got a lot of room, and he's finally dragged out by Grant Cosley. Cooper Bowl takes it down to about the Eagle 30.
Tackled by Grant Cosley.
They want to feed their horse,
Number
and they want to get the ball outside. They want to spread it around. That's what
Pirate first
Hankinson, if they
down
can do that,
on the
they'll
30-yard
be
line.
very successful. And, of course, that's what the Eagles are trying to do, too.
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of the name of the game in high school football. I mean, you play with the team you've got, but at the end of the day, you're going to utilize those high-power players. All right, here come the Pirates, 1st and 10. Earl in the backfield, shotgun. Earl takes a snap, thinks about it. Little quarterback drop the middle. He's stopped, wrapped up immediately again by Brody Berg. And again, Brody Berg was one of those guys, end of the last season, if there was a fumble, Brody was on it. I mean, he was all over the place, just showing his potential as a freshman, and it was so fun to watch, and he's really developed now as a sophomore.
Well, one thing I'll add to the story here is it'll be interesting to see how this drive turns out, because that saving tackle they made there at the end, will that prevent a touchdown from happening? We'll find out.
Absolutely. Here are the Pirates, 2nd and 10. Earl gives to number 13, Parker Huberg around the right side. Bull with the seal block.
Huberg on the carry, tackled by 22, Grayson Ullman.
Ullman on the tackle. Looked like Huberg
We bring up 3rd and 4.
made about 6 yards. He had a really nice seal block from Cooper Bull on the outside there.
Well, they have 2 downs to get 4 yards, so we'll see how this goes. I know they're moving the ball really well, so the Eagles have to do something to stop it.
One of these two, they've just got to shut them down for sure. Preferably both of them. Earl in the shotgun. Got the spread formation in the backfield. Earl gives it to number 15, Cooper Bull, and he picks his way across down
Cooper Bull on the right side.
right around the
Tackled by number 12-yard
line.
Cade Schaefer.
Cade Schaefer on the tackle there for the Eagles.
1st down.
Cade is another young fella that really has grown and developed and gotten a lot bigger and faster, and it's going to be exciting to see what he brings to the table here as well.
Be on the Eagles' 15-yard line.
All right, here come the Hankinson Pirates, 1st and 10. Clad in royal blue, they're right down, knocking on the door. Rayshawn Earl with the snap, he gives it Cooper Bull right up the middle. Immediately Parker, Brody Berg.
Short gain, tackled by number 30, Brody
Well,
Berg.
it's obviously 4-down territory here, like we said previously.
Brings
But
up
one of the
2nd
things that we
and
want to
9.
point out is Hankinson can still get a 1st down here, so they're going to actually maybe have up to 8 chances at this touchdown.
Yeah, and you know high school football, especially 9-man. I mean, kicking a field goal is just really not in the window of opportunities or possibilities, I should say. So they're going to try punch it in here. It's going to be 2nd and long. Here comes Earl and the Pirates. 2nd and long. Here come the Pirates. Earl, shotgun. Takes a look at the field. Snap comes to him. Fumble. He picks it back up. They try to string it out along the right side, and the Eagle defense is pretty successful.
That's
Tackled by
alright.
number
That's
6.
every game
Grant
is won or lost by the
Cosley.
offensive line, and on that play, the Eagles' or defensive line, I should say,
Brings up
set the
3rd and 11
tone there,
for the
force them
Pirates.
outside, and got a short gain. That's a win.
Absolutely, when they can keep those linebackers clean and somebody like Grant can clean up around that corner, there's nothing doing. It's going to be 3rd and long again for the Pirates. Here comes in with a play, looks like Cooper Bowl, the senior leader. He's playing in the backfield as well, not quarterback this year, but as one of the running backs, tailback. And we have a timeout called on the field, and the Pirates want to talk about it. With 6:14 to play in the first quarter, our score, Hankinson Pirates 0 and the North Border Eagles 0. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the North Border YouTube network. All right, folks, we're back. Pirates ball, 3rd and long from about the 15-yard line. And now we have the straight I formation. Here comes Rashawn Earl and the Pirates. Earl looks like it's going to be power and nothing doing. He keeps his feet driving. Good job there, Parker Hubrig, keeping
Handoff
those
to
feet
Parker Hubrig.
driving.
Tackled by
Ultimately,
Colton Bailey after a short game.
Colton Bailey wrapped him up, and that's going to be 4th down.
and 8.
So no huddle offense here.
No huddle offense, straight on, power I. Here we go. Here come the Pirates. 4th and 8. Nothing doing. Parker Hubrig up the middle with that same play. Little inside power. And Brody Berg said, no thank you. And they're going to turn it over to the Eagles.
What a
downs
credit there to the Eagles
the
there,
North
but
Border Eagles.
coaching strategy there by Hankinson is brilliant to call 2 plays out of that timeout and run it. It just didn't get executed properly.
Yeah, the Eagles seemed like they were ready for it, and pretty simple. All right, here come the Eagles. Grant Cosley takes the Eagles up to the line of scrimmage. Grant back in the shotgun, spread formation. Eagles in white and Vegas gold. Grant fumbles the snap. Little hesitation. Nice pick up there.
Number 6, Grant Cosley.
Grant didn't get rattled by that. Grant's a gamer. I mean, that was fine. No problem. And he made something out of what wasn't much. Got 5 yards.
Yeah, 5 yards in North Dakota 9-man football. That'll get you going every time. You'll get a first down every time and keep moving the chains. They got a long way to go, so we'll see how they go here on the 2nd and 5.
All right, 2nd and 5. Here are your Eagles. Cosley in the backfield. Cosley back to pass. Cosley looking downfield. Cosley has a man, and he is just overthrew the outstretched arms of Grayson Oman. You had Wes Cosley on the other side. Nice coverage there by the Pirates.
Well, I think that's the first time we heard about Oman, but they're definitely going to try to get that
16.
senior involved in the offensive scheme of things. He's a playmaker.
Grayson's a playmaker, not just here but in basketball, and he's really a pure athlete that has worked very hard. 3rd and 5 for the Eagles. Cosley in the backfield, spread formation. Cosley looking to the left, thinking about option, keeps it now himself, wrapped up by about 4 or 5 of the Pirates. And that's going to bring up 4th and maybe about 3. 4th and 2.
Oakley gets a tackle. Oakley Mendenwald, after a short gain, brings up 4th and 3.
I thought they were going, Mr. Leitner, but Coach Archie wants to talk about it.
North Border Eagles.
4:44 to play, 4th and 1, and they're going to take a timeout. Everybody's excited about high school football down here, and I know Phil knows somebody that knows a little bit about being excited about football.
Okay, got to tell this story about Coach Archie's grandchild, Kelvin. Of course, he loves football like Coach Archie, so they're going down to the football field practice to watch the Eagles one day with Grandma and also with Auntie Bryn. and Calvin sees the boys practicing for football and goes, the guys are back, and pumps both fists, and he was so excited about North Border Eagle football. So, of course, everybody's excited.
Everybody's excited, but you can't hide the excitement of how old is Calvin now? 2? Is he 2 or 3?
I suppose he's 2.5 or something.
Yeah, 2.5, and he gets it already, so that's great. We're all fired up for high school football. All right, back on the field, the Pirates on D.
They're going to go in punting formation here, Nick, looks like.
All right, looks like the Eagles are going to kick it away. Kind of hard with the Vegas gold and white just to see across the field, but they've dropped back a punter. Hankinson coaching staff kind of giving some last-minute pointers. Ball is kicked away very nicely, goes out of bounds on the Eagles side of the field. Looked like Grant was the punter there. Goes out of bounds at the 48. Ball's going to go over to the Hankinson Pirates, and they're going to be on the field here very shortly. No score. 4:38 to play. We've resolved to say the score frequently tonight as we don't have the graphics tonight. I'm sorry about that, but this was kind of a last-minute thing, wasn't it, Mr. Leitner?
Hey, like we said, when you sent me the text and said let's get the band together last night, you got to put it together pretty fast.
That's right. The band is back together, and here we go. All right, 1st and 10 for the Pirates. Rashawn Earl with the snap. He gives power right up the middle, almost to the 50-yard line. Cooper Bull. Couple hard runs.
Well, as we start to figure out and feel this Hankinson team out, we're seeing that they do want to run the ball on the inside. So it's not just spreading it around. Coach has kind of changed his strategy just a little bit, but maybe he's trying to set something up to go outside.
I think you're right, and that is very common in 9-man football. They're trying to establish that front of the line. I know Colden Alt is doing a nice job in there at nose too. He's really just holding his own, taking up a lot of real estate there, and that's great to see for that sophomore young man. Here's Mr. Earl. Here come the Pirates. Gives to Cooper Bull. Bull picking his way, keeping his feet driving. He's got first down yardage and a little bit more down around the Eagle 40-yard line. And the Hankinson Pirates are going to have 1st and 10.
Well, he's a talented ball carrier. You saw him there do a full 360 spin and just enough to get the first down. Great carry.
He wasn't going to be slowed down by just the first defender there. They were going to make him. He was going to make him. They're going to go through it. All right, Mr. Earl. Number 7 for the Pirates in shotgun formation. Back, takes a snap, gives it up the middle. It's a steady diet, looks like, of Cooper Bull, but that time, no. We have about 6 Eagles out of the 9.
Number 30.
Led by Brody Berg, but there were like 5 other guys there. I mean, classic team tackling. It looked amazing. They're all over it. It's 2nd down and 9. Who do you think? Cooper Bull?
Well, I think that's who got him there, so we're going to probably see that again. But they do have a lot of playmakers there, so we'll see.
Pirates spread formation. Number 7, Mr. Earl, back in the backfield. Surveys the field. Looking, takes a snap right up the middle. Looked like number 10 there. I got to flip the sheet over.
Earl hands off to Cade Hintz.
Cade Hintz, a freshman. Nice little gain.
30.
But Brody Berg is right there from his linebacker spot, and not much. 3rd and
7.
3rd and 7 or 8.
The Eagles have done a good job of holding Hankinson on these 2 downs, so they're going to have to get one more stop here, get him into a 3rd and long, possibly maybe force a punt.
I think you're right, Phil. I think that's ultimately the name of the game here, and nobody's getting rattled early. That's the encouraging thing here. It's high school football. It's early in the game. Yes, we've had a couple mistakes both sides. Mr. Earl back to pass, looking, got a receiver downfield, and number 13, it is complete. Rashawn Earl hits Parker Hubrig.
6 points.
That was a nice strike. Looked like, what was that, about a 35, 37-yarder?
Yeah,
about close to a 40-yard pass by Mr. Earl.
I was going to say, that's about 40 air yards there, so that's a really nice throw. Great vision by the quarterback to find his receiver.
Yeah, Rashawn just saw the field, and things did eventually open up with time. Eagles had some nice coverage initially, but as you know in football, you can't sustain that forever. You give him a lot of time, and that receiver is going to break free. All right, Pirates going to go for 2. Rayshawn Earl at the line, spread formation. Earl swinging to the right, little option. And we have Mr. Cooper Bowl.
Pitch to Cooper Bowl on the right-hand side.
Cooper Bowl in for 2. And your score, Hankinson Pirates 8, the North Border Eagles
Pirates 8.
0.
North Border Eagles 0.
Well, let's see how these Eagles are going to adjust to this. This is for a young team, the first time playing here for this on the season. They're down 8-0 as we close out the first quarter. Just under 2 minutes to go. Coach is going to take a little extra time with him to the boys and try to get them rallied to do something here. And
absolutely, being down 1 score in 9-man football, that's really not the end of the world. The key is to not get rattled, keep fighting, keep battling, and good things are going to happen. And that's one of the lessons I think you have to learn as a young high school football player, and I'm sure that's what Coach Harchie's working on right now. 1:53 to play in the first, 8-0 is the Pirates.
Well, as they say, the old Chinese proverb, fall down 7 times, stand up 8.
That's right. You just got to keep going, keep grinding, keep fighting.
You know, I looked for Coach Archie to really try to spread the ball on the field this time around. The offensive line is playing decent, but he's got to find the time for the playmakers to get in their ball. We need something by Grant Cosley. We need something by Grayson Ullman. Of course, the younger Cosley, too, could be a contributor.
Yeah, Wes could really jump in there, too. And any one of these Eagles could jump in at any time. You know, if really what you're going to try to do here is create just a little bit of time and space and let some of those kids work their magic. All right, 1:53 to play in the first quarter. The Pirates are going to be kicking off here. And back deep, Grayson Ullman, Grant Cosley. We've got 3 in the middle this time. Looks like Brody Berg, and we've got Colton Bailey, and I believe Wes Cosley right there in the middle too. And kicking off for the Pirates is number 22, Oakley Maidenwald, a senior. Maidenwald's kick, high kick, fielded by Grant Cosley right around the 25-yard line. Grant Cosley picking his way up across the 30, 35, across the 40-yard line, finally brought down by a couple of Pirates.
Oakley Maidenwald.
All right, you see there where Grant Cosley's power is going to get him an additional 5-6 yards there. So he was bringing down about 3 or 4 defenders were holding on to him as he was being tackled.
Yeah, Grant's not giving up with the first guy that's going to try to wrap him up. I mean, you're going to need 2-3 guys to wrap him up and pull him down. All right, folks, here come the Eagles. Grant Cosley back, shotgun formations. They've got the field spread out. Grant looking to the back. We got number 12. Looks like Wes coming around on a sweep, and nothing really materialized there. Going around the right side. Wes did good job to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard or so.
Yeah, I'm just laughing here because the Cosleys are known as being fast kids, but I'll tell you what, he is the fastest of the Cosleys.
I think you're right.
That right now.
He's got some wheels. Yes, and
so Coach Archie's got to find a way to get him in space with the ball.
Here come the Eagles. Second down, and actually he picked up about 3 yards on that. And had he not had that speed, he wouldn't have had anything. Grant Cosley, quick pass, like you said, time and space there to his receiver over on the corner, Grayson Ullman.
Has a pass
nice,
to number 22,
nice
Grayson
completion.
Ullman,
Picked up a couple.
Cooper Bowl.
Cooper Bowl on the stop.
I think a successful game plan for Coach Archie is put the other Cosley on one end of the field and Ullman on the other side and see who he can get the ball to first.
Absolutely. And don't forget about Colton Bailey on the right side of the field here too. He's got some wheels as well. Grant Cosley on the left side, picking his way around the left side. Grant Cosley's got some room. Grant Cosley's got a block downfield. He could go all the way. Grant Cosley, touchdown Eagles! Grant Cosley.
The keeper on the left-hand side.
About a 55-yard run, roughly.
Well, I'm going to tell you, he looks really good there because he had a great offensive line that blocked for him really well. He got to the outside and turned on the afterjets.
Some of the things we talked about beginning of the game, you know, letting them younger players in the line develop, those kids that we don't call their name much, but you know when they're doing their job, and that's what we saw there. They were doing their job, and that freed up Grant. 22 seconds to play, 8-6. Eagles going to line up for 2 points. Kind of looking right in the sun here, so it's a little tricky to see. Cosley in the backfield, spread formation, waiting for the snap. He looks, little floater over to not quite, right on the goal line. Looked like it was intended for Grayson Ullman.
Grayson Ullman.
And stopped right before the goal line. No good. Your score, 20. We got 22 seconds left. Pirates 8 and the Eagles 6.
Well, that was great defense there by Hankinson to not allow Ullman to have any space in the end zone. So he had to come back across the goal line. And, of course, once he caught the ball, they tackled him right away. So
he had nowhere to go. No.
Now, one of the things we can point out here, in case people can't see at home, but the North Border Eagles have brand new helmets purchased by the Sports Boosters. They're all navy blue matte finish, face mask and everything. They're very slick looking with these white jerseys.
They look really sharp with the white and the Vegas gold, and it's just, let's talk a little bit about the Sports Boosters and all the things they've done up at North Border. We got a new floor in the Nitschy building, and I haven't seen it in person, but I guess it's incredible. I've seen the pictures, and it's just what a nice addition there. And can't say thank you enough to the folks that help raise the dollars to make these programs go. So very grateful for that, and all the help that we get along the way to make sports go at North Border.
Well, there is a correlation between the success and rise of the Sports Boosters and the success of the athletic program at North Border.
And we've had a lot of success the last 3, 4, really 5 years in a multitude of sports. So we just want to keep that going and keep striving to be the best that we can be. And we can do that thanks to the Eagles Sports Boosters. So thank you very much, Eagles Sports Boosters. All right, less than a quarter to go in this game. 25 seconds. Kicking off, number 62, Luca Carpenter. Luca drops a leg into it. No, it goes beyond number 5. It is fielded a little bit. Looks like number 13.
Luca Carpenter kicks
Parker
off.
Hubrig.
Returned by Parker Hubrig, tackled by number 30, Brody Berg.
And again, Brody Berg on special teams.
First down.
Just all over the place.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say Hubrig is a guy who's impressing me. They're looking to get the ball in his hands quite a bit, and he looks like he's got some power and some speed too.
Yeah, he's definitely got the wheels as well, Parker Hubrig, and certainly I think they're going to want to see him do his share of the carrying of the ball tonight. All right, here come the Hankinson Pirates.
I was going to say now Hankinson's got a chance to get their back against the little wall and see what they can do here.
Yeah, they got a little bit of time here, end of the first quarter. We're still in the first. Rayshawn Earl in the backfield. Looking, waiting, takes a snap, thinks about it. Now he's going to go. Little quick pass. Oh, boy. Nice little delay pass. Nice little delay pass to Parker Hubrig. And, wow.
Touchdown.
I did not expect him to be able to throw that ball. But he did, just laid it perfectly for Hubrig to catch it. And the big game. We just got done talking about him. Like I said, they want to get him involved early and they want to get him involved often.
That's not probably what I would have bet on either for that first down call. This is why we will not be stopping down at the place down I-29 after the game, because that's just really not my thing. I'm not very good at placing bets. But here we go, 1st and 10. Rayshawn Earl in the backfield. Got the field spread all over the place. 87 in motion. Rayshawn Earl takes it now to the right. He's got the snap, little option. Rayshawn Earl going to keep it, and we see some yellow laundry coming in from the back.
This to me is going to look like offensive holding. We'll see what they exactly call, but it was one of the officials
flag on the play
that would normally call offensive holding.
Yeah, they're in the best position to see that from behind.
Holding on the Pirates, 10-yard penalty.
That's going to back up the Hankinson Pirates 10 yards from the spot. And, Phil, you were right there. Yeah, that was offensive holding. We don't always see it from the stands, but you're on the field there with the white hat. You're behind the action. It becomes pretty clear.
1st and 20 from the 43.
1st and 20 from the 43 as time runs out here. At the end of 1, North Border 6, Hankinson Pirates 8. We will be back in 1 minute on the North Border Eagle Radio, TV, and YouTube network. We're back live from Hankinson Field down here in Hankinson, North Dakota, just a few miles off I-29. Beautiful evening for high school football. Hankinson Pirates all decked out in their royal blue tops, royal blue pants, royal blue helmet, and again the North Border Eagles with the white, and those nice matte navy helmets.
Well, Nick, I want to talk about this. The Eagles were supposed to have a bye week one. Coach Archie was excited about that, get some more time to practice. But then Hankinson came up and had an opponent drop out. So that means that's why we're playing here in Hankinson tonight.
Which is kind of why we had to put together this stream pretty quickly. For the thousands and thousands of viewers that we have all across Eagle Nation on the World Wide Web, and we are just elated that you're joining us, but we don't have commercials or a score graphic or anything. But here we are, and here are the Hankinson Pirates. Rashawn Earl in the backfield takes a snap. Rashawn Earl looking downfield. He has a receiver. There's coverage there, and it is not to be intended.
Intended for Parker Hubrig.
Intended for Hubrig.
They are not afraid to throw the ball deep. Quarterback looks like he's got a bit of
Brings
a
up
cannon there.
42.
He's just got to be able to connect. But if you can get one every couple a quarter, you're going to be doing very well.
Yeah, number 7, Rashawn Earl, just lots of confidence back there, and he stands back there, and he's been here before. There's no fear there. He's looking down the field and just kind of picking the defense apart as best he can. 2nd and 10, spread shotgun formation, 2 on the right, 2 on the left, 1 in the backfield, 3 in motion. Rashawn Earl with the snap, little option, and he options to Cooper Bull. Bull fumbles, but there again,
Earl pitches the ball.
Picks it up himself. That's another athlete
Tackled
trick.
by number 33.
I mean, when you're skilled with your hands, it's going to bounce. You're probably going to get it back.
Yeah, well, certainly does. And I was impressed by the pitch back there. Quarterback wait to let go of it to the last possible second. I didn't think he could get it off, but he did.
You can tell the Pirates have been working on this, that little speed option game that they've got around the corner there. And they've got Rashawn trained pretty well. When he feels it closing in that C gap, that's when it's going to go outside. All right, here come the Pirates. 3rd and about 9. Earl in the backfield. 2 around him, 1 behind him. Snap right up the middle, power, and nothing doing.
Earl hands off to Cooper Bull. Tackled by
Cooper Bull didn't get very far.
No, just a short game there, Nick. We have
Brings up
fourth
fourth
and
down.
7 for Hankinson here. It looks like they are going to go for it here. It does not appear to me that they're going to be going in punt formation. Coach had a long talk there with Hubrig as he brought the play call in.
Yeah, and just Garrett Willits on the tackle there. That's pretty cool. Garrett, a freshman, he's really grown over the last year. Big, strong kid, and he's going to be a force. Here are the Pirates, 4th and long. Here comes Earl. He's slowed up. He's stopped. Number 6, Grant Cosley.
Short gain, tackled by
No. Mr. Cosley said, nah, no thank you, not tonight.
Well,
turnover on downs.
That
brings
is
up a North
a
Border
great
Eagle
play there by
ball.
Cosley. And honestly, if he was not there, that could have been 6.
Yeah, if Grant wasn't in the right spot at the right time, I think Cooper would have just marched right down the field.
All right, now let's see how the Eagles respond to this. Again, looking for them with the success they recently had, spreading that ball out. You see 2 receivers down to the bottom of the screen.
All right, here come the Eagles. Cosley gives to Wes Cosley around the side. Wes hurdles one potential tackler, but he's stopped by a couple of Pirates.
Hubrig.
Parker Hubrig.
Brings up 2nd down and 4.
Wes Cosley got 6 yards out of that. I mean, it didn't look like there was going to be much there available, and Wes got 6 yards. And that's just, I think, a testimony to his speed and agility around the corner there. He's got the wheels. There's no doubt about it. 2nd and 6. Grant Cosley in the backfield. Gives again to Wes Cosley, and that time number 44,
Cosley, tackled by
Cale
number 4,
Benson.
Cale Benson.
Cale Benson
Brings
is
up
there.
3rd down and 5.
Weston
1 on the play.
Weston lost a yard there. blocking broke down, it seemed like, pretty fast on the left side
but
there.
it's still a 3rd and 5, Nick, so Eagles are in a great position here. We'll see what Coach Archie draws up.
All right, spread formation. Here comes Cosley, picking a hole around the right side. Waiting. Nothing there, and it looks like number 13, Hubrig.
Cosley with the keeper, tackled by number 13,
Parker Hubrig.
Loss on the play.
All right, they're going for it. This is a
down.
no huddle here. 4th and 5 for the Eagles.
Let's do this. Do it. Oh, we got a whistle.
That's a flag there.
We do have a flag on the play. Going to hold up and see what's going on here. Let the officials let us know. We have a procedure call.
False start. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 4th down.
Let's look for the Eagles to punt this one. It'll be 4th down and 11.
Yeah, a little long in your own end of the house here to take that risk.
Brings up 4th and 12.
We certainly appreciate Coach Archie's play philosophy there to run that as a no huddle play, but just the team wasn't determined enough to get it on the snap.
Cosley's punt partially blocked, fielded by number 10, and that's going to set the.
Gets the blocked punt by
Cade.
Number 87, AJ Andrew Jean.
Andrew Jean got his hands on that
Brings
punt,
up a 1st
and
and 10
we
for
had
the Pirates.
Cade Hentz picking up, and now the Eagles are set to go.
Well, let's see what Hankinson can do here with the short field to work with. They're getting the ball here with just about 8 minutes to go, up 8-6.
Still a tight game. These teams are pretty evenly matched too. You got to say, I mean, up in the line, about the 30-yard line. Both have some skill in the speed positions. They both got some talented linemen. Here they come. Here come the Pirates. Rayshawn Earl in the backfield, gets a snap. Earl backing up, looking for a receiver. He looks downfield. It is nearly intercepted by number 22, Grayson Ullman.
Earl almost picked off by number 12.
Sorry, Wes Cosley there on the near interception.
Cosley.
Well, we said he was
Brings up 2nd down.
we said he was quick, Nick, and he showed it there. Great pass defense there.
He closed on that thing really fast.
He did. And I'm going to say one of the things that's going to factor into play here, of course, it's a hot, humid night here in Hankinson, is going to be fatigue. Who's better conditioned?
Yeah, you got it. And anybody who knows Coach Archie knows that I don't care if it's week 1 or week 10 of the season, those boys are going to be ready to play football, and they're going to be in shape. And we'll see as the game marches on here, as the game wears on.
Are we muted?
Mm-mm. Rayshawn Earl in the backfield, goes around the left side, looking at that speed option. Not much room there, and Mr. Brian Wolf says he thinks he saw a hold out there. I would tend to agree.
Brody Berg with flag on the play.
Those holding penalties hurt on 2nd down too, and you could maybe chew a yard or two off of that and be 3rd and 9. Now you got 2nd and probably 19 or 20. That's a tough one to take as a coach. And they are going to back up. It is holding against the Pirates. And we start marching to the south. Absolutely.
Brings up 2nd and 20.
2nd and 20 now. Almost 20. Might be 18 or 19. Earl and the Pirates. Earl in the backfield. Surveying the field. Takes a snap. Looks like he wants to throw a quick hitter. Now he's going to throw a delay pass. And he's got a man wide open. A little trickeration there. It looked like around the right side. He got the guy to bite. And Hubrig all alone.
Well, I think even Hubrig was surprised how wide open he was there. Of course, he's having a great night. Quarterback puts it on there perfectly, and they get 6.
Yeah, he laid it right out there. You know, I think as soon as, you know, that linebacker on the left side, as soon as he committed, which, yeah, you're going to commit. He's coming around the corner, and all of a sudden, who's helping? And there was nobody helping that time. Early lesson for a young team.
Critical here, extra point.
Pirates looking for 2 more. Rayshawn Earl with the little pass across the middle. That is complete to David Round, the
Round.
senior.
Well,
Receives a
Nick,
pass
that's
from
the play.
Rayshawn
Everybody,
Brown for 2
everybody
points.
from the NFL on down is running it. They're running a screen,
it up to
screen
16
pass, and
Pirates.
it gets open because he's got those wide receivers that are doing a little offensive line blocking for him as he cuts in and gets 2.
You know, my experience, going back to when I was coaching high school ball over in Minnesota, if you could get those receivers to commit to the blocking game, you were going to do really well. I mean, it would open up things down the field and beyond. And it's just something that the younger kids are going to learn as time goes on. And Hankinson's developing that right now.
Well, now, Nick, we see the Eagles here. They're down 16-6. They're going to need to figure out how they're going to bounce back from this. Of course, they are not going to get the ball in the second half. They got the ball for the opening kickoff. So they're going to want to put some touchdown, some scoring drive together here, or at the very least a very long drive to give Hankinson no time left to do anything.
With 7:46 on the clock, the Eagles are going to want to chew some clock here, and they're going to want to march and take up some real estate and hopefully wind up in the south end of this thing down there where there's a white goalpost.
Well, one other factor is they're going with against or in favor of the sun. So the sun's not going to be in their way here in the second quarter. And then by the time we get ready for the third quarter, I don't think the sun's going to be a factor at all.
No, the sun is not a factor. The lights are on here at Hankinson Field, which is always nice, whether the sun is shining or not, but they're on. All right, here's the kickoff, fielded by number 22, Grayson Ullman. Ullman picking his way. He keeps going, driving across midfield. He keeps going even more. He's down around the Pirate.
Grayson Ullman on the return, number
40?
22.
Yeah, Nick, and that's a great return there by Ullman, made
Tackled by
possible
number 3,
by him
David
just
Brown.
picking the ball up right off
He's
the
up an
kick.
Eagles
I mean, that was a
first
great grab because that ball was coming in
40.
fast.
It was coming in hot, and Grayson had a little bit of blocking up in front of him, and he gets it down to the Pirate 40. If you are at the game tonight, you have just felt a little change in the temperature. We maybe dropped about 6-7 degrees, much more comfortable. Nice breeze out of the south, probably 73 or 74 right now. Here come the North Border Eagles. Grant Cosley in the backfield, spread formation, shotgun. Cosley working to the left. Speed option takes a little bit of a seam in the middle, and he does drop it, but that thing was dead. It was down on the ground.
15, Cooper Ball.
And that was unanimous. Every single official was blowing their whistle and pointing at the ground. That ball he was down. Grant got about a half a yard out of that. Second and long.
Yeah, let's see what the Eagles do here on second down and 9. I still think they got to find a way to get Weston Cosley involved in this game.
Cosley looking, got a receiver. He's got Welsh
Grant
right
Cosley
there. You
to
called it.
12, Weston
We
Cosley.
got Wes Cosley with the reception right down near that
22,
first down
Oakley
stick.
Midwall.
Nick, he just runs a little out
Brings
route
up
here,
third
catches the ball and
and
turns towards the first down
3.
marker and almost gets it.
Third and short. Here come the Eagles. Big push by the line. Holy bananas, that looked nice. Good work by the
Cosley
lineman.
On the keeper up the middle, tackled by a host of Pirates.
We got-
for a Eagles first down.
We got Grant's name being called, and yeah, he did a lot of work. But what about David O'Connor? Just and Gavin Symington just driving their feet. They're trying to establish some ownership up there in that line. Here come the Eagles, 1st and 10. Here comes Cosley. Regular spread formation. Cosley right up the middle. Quick hitter to Weston Cosley. Not a lot of room there.
Grant Cosley hands off to Weston Cosley. Up the
Well, I
middle,
think
tackled
there
by
Coach
Grant.
Harchie's just trying to keep him honest. You got to run something up the middle every once in a while to set up that outside play.
9.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't just keep coming back to the same well time after time again. All right, second and long for the Eagles. 6:15 to play. 16-6 Hankinson. Spread formation. Shotgun. Grant Cosley in the backfield. Calling signals. Gets the ball. Brody Berg up the middle. Nice spin move. Brody Berg about 5 yards.
Grant Cosley hands off to Brody Berg on the carry. Tackled by number 15, Cooper Bowl for a gain
You see,
of
Coach Harchie's getting to a no-huddle offense here,
Third
so
and
he's
4.
really comfortable with the success of their team. He's going to try to...
Here they come. Here come the Eagles. They snapped the ball again already. Grant Cosley picking his way down. He's got a first down
keeping it by
and
number
more.
6. Grant Cosley tackled by number 6, Logan
And
Falk.
the Eagles are in the business
First
of
down.
chewing up some yardage and getting a first down, and
First and 10
they're
at the
marching.
Pirates 9.
this is where that conditioning comes into play too. There's not a lot of time to rest. They're after it.
Well, I also see Coach Jonathan Schultz, offensive coordinator and play caller, doing a great job of putting the Eagles in positions they can have success.
Cosley with the pass down to Grayson Ullman with a nice completion just inside the 5-yard line.
Grayson Ullman
Yeah, you got it, John Schultz, old coordinator, and
brings up second down.
hometown proud. I think they're pretty proud of Mr. Schultz here in Hankinson. He's a Hankinson boy, isn't he?
Sure is. Graduated. They had a little parade as he entered town today, I know. Of course, he's really excited to be here tonight.
Absolutely. It's always fun to be back home. All right. Here's Brody Berg picking his way through. Touchdown, Eagles. Brody Berg from about 4 yards out.
Down.
And he had some very nice blocking up front.
12, Pirates, 16.
Cade Schaefer looked to be the dominant force opening that hole along with Gavin Symington. And, might have been somebody else that helped too, but those two really stood out that opened that little seam for Brody. And here we go, 16-12. We're going to keep it interesting here. Don't go anywhere, folks. 4:47 to play in the second quarter. Eagles lining up for a 2-point conversion. And I hear timeout. Timeout on the field. I think Coach Moneylaws wants to talk about this one.
Timeout, Pirates.
4:40. We're going to keep it right here, I think. 4:47 to play, 16-12. We'll just keep it right here. It's a nice evening. I think the Eagles have shown a lot of resiliency here. They didn't just fold. Didn't just fold at all.
Well, I was going to say, I think we got ourselves a football game here, Nick. Eagles have bounced back from both Hankinson scores here and could cut the game to 2 points here late into the second quarter.
And super valuable lesson for those young kids, the freshmen and sophomores. Like, you just keep grinding and you're going to keep being in that game. You're going to be hanging around and, as they say, just hanging around just a little bit. And pretty soon we're at the end of the game and we're right in this thing. So here we come. Here come the Eagles back on the field. Coach Moneylaw sends the Pirates back on the field. And let's see what happens.
Well, of course, this 2-point conversion is really important to cut the game into a 2-point game. They really need to get this.
And for confidence reasons, too. Grant Cosley in the background. Quick little toss to Brody Berg. Brody Berg keeps his feet going, and not quite. Stops a bit short of the goal line. Pirates brought him down just short of the goal line. It is 16-12, which in high school football, 4 points, that's not really a margin at all. That's a pretty tight game, really.
No, we're going to find out who does better here. Hankinson, they're going to need to control this ball. Don't give it back to the Eagles this half. Of course, the Eagles are looking for a quick 3 and out. So,
well, 4:47 to play. I mean, we've all seen those games. 4:47 to play, you go 3 and out, and pretty soon the Eagles have got the ball, and they're going to be marching right down the field again, and they could come into the halftime with a lead. That entirely 1,000% possible.
You look at the scoreboard, and here's where you see the difference between 9-man and 11-man football of all sorts. We don't have a kicker, so you're always going for the 2-point conversion. Both teams have scored 2 touchdowns. The difference is Hankinson has got both their 2-point conversions, and North Border's got 0. That's why it's 16-12, even though they both scored 2 touchdowns.
You're exactly right, Brian Wolf. It could be 14-13. We're right there. It's 2 scores to 2 scores. How about that? All right, fans all across the Eagles YouTube network, thousands of fans that we have across the world on the World Wide Web. We are just honored that you have joined us, listener. Number 55, Gavin Symington, is now set to kick off. And he puts a pretty good leg into it, and it's a short kick. Goes sufficiently for the 10 yards. Fielded by number 87. And that is Andrew G.
Well, Nick, we now have 97 people watching this live stream, so I just texted my mom, grandma, and grandpa, so we'll get 100 pretty soon.
I was really, if I was going to be really honest, Phil, I say the thousands of viewers all across the world, and, I'm kind of kidding, but I was going to be happy if like 20 people were watching. So to get 100 of you listening to us, us goofy guys up here in the booth, just trying to analyze this game and bring it to you through the magic of technology, whether you're at home, you're in the combine tonight, can't be here, we're here for you. We got you. It's Hankinson Pirates and the North Border Eagles High School football. Here come the Pirates. Number 7 backs up. He gives it to Cooper Bull. Power, of course, up the left side. And he picks his way across the 50 and gets about 5 or 6 yards. Not a bad play at all.
Well, they're going to try to feed their horse. Of course, Hubrick has kind of really taken the star of the show tonight, of course, with those touchdowns. But we're expecting him to get back in the action here.
Absolutely. And, you know, you just look at, they have a multitude of potential weapons. Not the least, Rayshawn Earl, as your sophomore quarterback. I mean, promising future here for the Pirates. This young man, he's agile, he's mobile, he's strong, he can see the field. They're incredibly lucky to have him, that's for sure.
His decision-making skills have been superb tonight.
Absolutely. All right, here's Earl with the toss. Fumble on the play, and it's live and covered up by Rayshawn Earl.
Fumble covered by Rayshawn Earl.
Looked like Colton Bailey was near that one.
7, third down and
quite a loss on the play.
We're looking for a sweep or a pass play here.
Yeah.
This one.
Mr. Wolf says sweeper pass, and I would tend to agree. I'm probably going to go with one of those delayed passes. So hopefully Coach Harchie has had a chance to school those guys up a little bit on don't get sucked in on that little delay either. You know, you get thinking that he's coming around the corner, and all of a sudden your guy's gone, and there's no help from behind. Here come the Pirates. Here comes Rayshawn Earl. 3rd and long. Shotgun, spread formation. Earl back quickly. Looks like a screen. Here comes a screen. Nothing there. That was lined up for Cooper Bull. And, well, they said Andrew Jean. But,
fourth down.
Yeah, they had that set up fairly well, and it just didn't materialize. So,
well, if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. The Eagles got great pressure there. Of course, they set up a screen, almost bit them on it, but they couldn't connect on the pass.
All right, and it looks like
they're going to go for it, Nick.
They're going for it. 3 minutes to play. Little quick kick. Oh, little what do they call that? Little rugby style kick. And he says, "Don't touch it, don't touch it," and it is knocked down by
with a little trickery on a punt there.
Andrew Jean, and they do the quick kick thing.
Brings up the 1st and 10 at the 16 for the Eagles.
And that puts the Eagles way back at the 16.
I think Coach was the only one who actually knew that was going to happen, but what a great call.
Well, and the presence of mind for him to be able to, I mean, there's people coming all the way around him, and he was able to get that kick off without getting rattled. That's pretty good. The old rugby kick. I like it. Old school. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Here come Cosley. Spread formation. Grant in the shotgun. Taking a look at the field in front of him now. Gets the snap. Gives a quick little hitter to
Brody Berg.
Brody Berg. Took me a second there. Lot of royal blue around Brody. Brody got a yard there. Nice carry on the play.
With the Eagles pinned back here in their own territory, it's really important to get this play clock going, or the clock going, so they can get out of the second quarter without having Hankinson get the ball back.
Absolutely. All right. Back, looking. Cosley looking. He decides against throwing, and he decides to, let's just tuck it and go upfield. A wise choice, as it will. It looks like he got first yard
with the reception brought down.
They're going to go. They're going to go right now. And boom. He didn't have the first down earlier, but
3rd and 9.
He does now.
3rd and 1.
That's a first down for the Eagles.
The quarterback sneak for a first down.
1:52 to play. Eagles now moving in and out of formation very quickly. I see some hands on the hips. It looks like some of the fellas are getting tired wearing royal blue. Here come the Eagles. Cosley, shotgun formation. Two to the right, 2 to the left. 1 behind them. Cosley with the snap. He's looking. He's got a receiver over there. Almost. Grayson Oman. Almost
intended for number 22.
Almost a catch.
Incomplete.
Well, Weston
Second down.
Cosley and Grayson Oman did a nice little cross route. It left Grayson wide open, but Grant Cosley couldn't connect with him. It was there.
Yeah, and that's just one of those things. It takes time. It takes time. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Mr. Leitner, we got 103 viewers now. So we are over the 100 margin, and I so appreciate that, listener. Grant Cosley, nice pass, downfield, he's got him! Wes Cosley! Cosley takes it and goes all the way! Touchdown Eagles! 72 yards, Grant Cosley to Weston Cosley. And just like that, your Eagles are ahead 18-16. Hard to contain the excitement. That was a nice play.
No, of course, the younger Cosley and the older Cosley working together like symmetry. It was beautiful. Great connection by the two of them.
I have a feeling that pass and catch has probably been done probably north of a couple thousand times in their backyard. Would you say that? I mean, that it just looks so natural, and I think they've been there before.
It certainly did, and of course, it looks like they probably beat their older brother TJ at that play a time or two as well.
It could have been. It could have been. Or maybe TJ let them beat them. I'm not sure. All right, here are the Eagles going for that 2-point conversion right up under center. Grant Cosley looking. No.
Cosley to keep it
Denied by the
for
line.
Extra point is no good.
18-16, Eagles, we're up.
Brings your score to the Pirates 16. North Border Eagles 18.
Well, of course, the strategy here for Hankinson, I think, is all going to come down to how many yards they get on this kick return. If they're actually pinned deep, don't expect too much from them. But if they get a good field position somewhere north of the 30-yard line, expect them to be coming out with all systems go here.
Absolutely, and I'm sure Coach Moneylaws is going. You know, we played. You know, we being the Hankinson Pirates, the boys in Royal Blue, they played a pretty good half, and they were controlling a lot of the line of scrimmage for a while, and they find themselves down. 18-16, and it's just the way it goes here in high school football.
Well, and you look at the big plays that's happened here this game, anything could happen, including the Eagles getting another touchdown at some point. So a minute 19 on the clock, there still is a lot that could happen here. It's going to determine who goes into halftime with the lead.
No doubt about it. It could go either way here. Not to use any old cliches like sportscasters sometimes do. I think, well, that's all we got sometimes. Lining up to kick, number 55, Gavin Symington. And he brings 8 other Eagles up to the line of scrimmage to kick. And the Hankinson Pirates with 5 up front, 3 in the middle, and 13 is deep. Nice deep kick, fielded by number 13, Hubrig. Hubrig looks like, wow, what do we got going?
Parker Hubrig on the return, tackled by number 2, Grayson Oman.
And listeners, if you heard a lot of excitement there, it seemed like the ball was loose for a second, but I think the Pirates got it back.
Well, and I know the Eagles were excited about tackling Hubrig after only a couple yards there, so Hubrig was able to be contained there by Oman. Great open field tackling by the Eagles.
Yeah, and like you said, this is probably going to dictate their strategy if they can't get something going here. All right, here's Mr. Earl backing up. He's looking to his right. He's got a man. Connected, Parker Hubrig, Grant Cosley on the stop, and just like that, the Hankinson Pirates.
Parker Hubrig, tackled by number 6.
Wow, they went north fast.
First down.
He lined up in the slot position, and they just did a wheel route, and he was wide open going down the sideline.
Yep, made it look easy, and they covered a lot of green there in just a few seconds. And now we have Rayshawn Earl and the Hankinson Pirates lining up 1st and 10. About a minute 3 left to play here in the first half, and they got a short field, and they could easily score here. The Pirates, 1st and 10. Earl in the backfield. 2 around him. 2 to the left, spread out. Earl looking. He's got a man in motion. Little speed option. Decides to keeps his feet driving, and we do have a.
Earl, middle on a keeper, tackled by 55 and 30, Gavin Symington and
Berg.
Oman was in the right position to make the tackle. He just wasn't able to convert it.
Rayshawn Earl and the Pirates, 2nd down and about 6. Earl in the backfield. Backs up, looks left, looks right. Oh, Oh, looks like he's going to be taken down. A jump pass. Interception! That little jump pass was intercepted. And who's got it? I think it's Grant Cosley.
Grant Cosley.
You know, it looked like Rayshawn Rowe was going to make something out of nothing. He was all wrapped up and just athletic as all get out. He little jump pass, and Grant was there.
Well, Grant was the D-back on that big play that Hubrick just had. He makes up for it here with the interception. 23 seconds to go. Coach Harchie, I'm sure, will just be calling for some sort of run up the middle or possibly a QB kneel.
You don't think there's any trickeration coming?
We're at the 2-yard line, so they're going to want to go forward a little bit if they do a QB sneak.
All right. So we're going to go straight ahead here, and it looks like Mr. Wolf has that one correct. Goes right up the middle for a half a yard.
That's it. No timeout. They're gonna let
second and 8.
the play clock's going.
Play clock is running. 10, 9, 8. We are almost at halftime here in Hankinson, North Dakota. And the North Border Eagles are going to go into the locker room 18-16. They are ahead of the Hankinson Pirates.
Your North Border Eagles 18.
We've seen a whale of a first half here, and we're going to give the listener just a couple-minute break, and we will be back in about 2 minutes here on the North Border Eagles YouTube radio network all across the World Wide Web. Good evening again, listeners. We are coming back live. We don't have any commercials to broadcast. We don't have any graphics, but here we are in the second largest community in Richland County of Hankinson, North Dakota, and we're here watching some high school football. I'm with my good friends Phil Leitner and Brian Wolf, and we're just going to talk football a little bit here as the halftime goes along. I talked about a lot. They didn't go to the locker room. They're down around the 20-yard line. Looks like Mr. Broder right now is giving some, Mr. Schultz, I guess, is giving his wisdom. Played a lot of years on this field down here for the Pirates, and steady, watchful leadership of Tim Hartje. The Eagles are taking it all in. Not sure where the Pirates. Do you know if the Pirates go inside at halftime, or what do they do, Phil?
They must, because they're not around here on the field. There must be some location that they go to, a bat cave or something here.
It's super secret. They didn't tell us.
Yeah, no, they didn't. It's definitely a top secret area. The Eagles here traditionally will on the road will just meet right here in the end zone or so, and they're doing that here tonight. One of the things we think about, we were just talking about before the break, was how the Eagles have responded, losing all their seniors from last year. They start seven new starters here tonight for the Eagle team, and of course they're at the lead here, 18-16. Just doing a great job at responding from the scores that the Hankinson Pirates have had. So,
well, and I think it goes to the old high school saying, tradition never dies, and this program has been built from the ground up by Tim and a number of folks over the years. He's had some good coaching. Tim in his, I believe, 11th year here at North Border coaching, and they just keep grinding every year, and they keep showing up, and they build upon the success they had last year, and that's kind of what you want in small school football.
Well, that's right. A guy that we haven't mentioned tonight, defensive coordinator and a defensive play caller, Craig Broder. He's here, multiple year veteran defensive coordinator for the Eagles, doing a great job here at making those right calls at the right time. It's been a bend but don't break defense for the Eagles.
Absolutely. Craig, a native of Cass Lake, Minnesota. I believe he graduated from Bemidji State, if I'm correct. And little known fact about Mr. Broder, I believe he was a contestant in the Minnesota Class A wrestling tournament when he graduated around, a while ago. I don't want to age him.
Yeah, it wasn't really that long ago
He's a kid.
Compared to people like us, Nick. But, Coach Broder doing a great job there. Then the other guy on the offense, which has to be mentioned, we have talked about him, Jonathan Schultz. Of course, we talked about him being a Hankinson High School graduate, a proud Pirate. He is a student manager of their state championship team that they had a few years back in 2009.
Yeah.
So great for him to come back, calling plays on his own field, where he saw so many football games.
I think it speaks to high school athletics too, when those connections, even though you may be in a different school, those connections you have with the community and the folks that helped shape you to who you are, you're still proud of those things. And I'm sure John is real proud right now coaching his North Border Eagles, just like anybody else would be when they go into their hometown. And those connections don't just disappear because you go on to a new school. And that's one of the beauties of education. It's like planting trees. We see these young people 10, 20, 30 years after graduation doing amazing things. And it's why we do what we do in small schools.
Well, I often talk to kids about the experiences that you get are so valuable, and you never know, a connection from the past can find a way to rear itself into the future. And here you go, Coach Schultz on his own stomping grounds, coming now here as a player here, a manager, I should say, on the football team. Now he's here as a coach of the opposing squad, and they're leading at halftime. It's kind of a dream come true for that guy. It's got to be.
Absolutely. 3:30 left in the good old halftime period here. They'll run the clock down to 0, and then they'll give them a 3-minute warm-up period. It's still fairly warm down here in the second largest city in Richland County. I think we're looking 78 degrees. Little heat dome coming in this weekend. We're at 79 in Hankinson right now. I think it's maybe a degree cooler over at the casino, but 79 degrees and sunny, looking at a high of 92 degrees tomorrow. That heat dome is here. What else is going on around the state? It's opening kickoff night for high school football. I don't know if you got any updates from the Little League World Series. Our friends in Cavalier, the Cavalier Tornadoes, making their 11-man debut. They played 11-man obviously before, but they're in action tonight. I think Mayport CG is in action tonight. I know there's a game at Hope Page. So all across regions 1 and 2, I know there's a little bit of action, and I think Phil is dialing it up right now. What do you got?
Well, to me, it looks like they play tonight here, Fargo. I cannot find a game, but looks like they'll play tonight. I don't have a score here.
It started at 6 o'clock.
Oh, start at 6.
Now, Brian says they started at 6 o'clock with that Little League World Series. We're going to try find that for you here while we have a little bit of time, and we're going to see what's going on here in the world of North Dakota high school sports. At the half, Class A, Dulac Burlington 10, Dickinson Trinity 8. At the half, in Hazen, Velva 36, Hazen 0. Fargo North 42, and they played, I think that's the Horace Hawks, 42-0. That one's final.
That was a JV.
Oh, JV. Mr. Wolf says JV.
Playing a JV schedule this year.
Pretty big game over in Central Cass. And the Vikings are up over the Squirrels 14-0. That's at the half. Halftime at KMAV, Hatton Northwood 14, Greg's Midkota 0. HCV leading Mayport CG 19-0. That's also at the half. And we're taking a look here, trying to see if we can get a football score from the Tornadoes. I know our friends over in Grafton, they wound up winning 34-20 last night over Thompson. That game held in Grafton as well. Right now, is that halftime? At the half, Phil Leitner tells me in Park River tonight at the half. Cavalier Tornadoes in their inaugural 11-man season. 34. It's the return, the inaugural return. Of course, they were a powerhouse for years. 34-0 over Park River. Pretty impressive showing coming back from 9-man football. Perennial success. Of course, they were led for years by Sandy Laxdal, who now we are very fortunate to have teaching science here at North Border. That's a whole nother conversation. But we've got Sandy. He led them for years and years. Going back before that, Rod Oxendahl. And you know the rest of the names, and then more recently Mitch Greenwood, and then I think we have Brady Lockstall coaching him now, and people are like, well, what's going to happen? You know, back to 11-man? Looks like they're making a run of it.
Yeah, sure is. Okay, now we're sitting here 3 minutes to go before play resumes here. Got to remember, Hankinson is going to get the ball, so we're going to find out what they're looking to do on offense. They were able to show that they can run inside and outside. They can throw the ball. So really any play call is available. It's just going to matter how good this North Border defense can respond to them. As I mentioned earlier, fatigue will probably be the greatest factor, and one of those key things with fatigue is depth. How deep can each of these teams go into the second half? Right now, Hankinson has shown that they have a lot of playmakers. North Border as a young team, maybe not quite as many. Those guys are asked to contribute more often. So Hankinson definitely, of course, on their home field too. That's going to come into play too, Nick.
Yeah, for sure. And I another thing I think of, Phil, you know, the intensity and that mental fatigue that, you know, you can play a position, you play outside linebacker, you can be ready because you know what's coming and you know what's coming, but at some point, you know, do things just slip a little bit and you kind of get caught off guard. Do you have that mental intensity to play 2 more quarters? And that's what we're going to find out here now with these young players. You know, looks like Coach Archie's got them physically ready to go. That mental intensity and just staying with it for 4 whole solid quarters.
You know, none of us know what's going to happen in the second half, but just watching the first half, just one big observation is we're returning 2, maybe 3 starters for the North Border team, and they're going against, you know, some pretty experienced seniors in their specialty positions, and to be ahead at halftime might be a little bit of a surprise, but it just shows how well the team is coached by Coach Archie and assistants Broder and Schiltz, and he always has those boys ready to play and gets them to play to their capability. So very impressive first half.
Yeah, it reminds me of a game that we had back in Minnesota a few years, well, a lot of years ago, and you know, we were pretty heavily favored first game of the year, and we had some seniors come off the field at the end of the first quarter, and they're like, these boys are tough. These boys are here to play, and I'm hoping that's what the Pirates are saying about the Eagles right now. These boys are tough, and they're here to play, and we're going to see what the second half brings. One thing we do want to announce, and we've all worked with her. She's our friend and colleague, and we want to say a big happy birthday to Kendra Troop. She's the business manager at North Border School District 100, and she is a bright spot in all of our days, and we want to say happy birthday, Kendra. And we got 99 people back and watching, and our challenge to you is text 3, 4, 5 people. You got to get on this and watch this, because this is a show you can't see anywhere else. So we want to make sure that people are, I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but you can't see this show anywhere else. It's on YouTube. Text some. We're up to 103 people. Get your friends watching. Get your folks watching. Your cousin. I'm hoping my sister over in Appleton, Wisconsin, is watching tonight. She better be, and my niece Mac and my nephew Trevor over in Wisconsin. So, all right. What do you think here? Second half. It's cooling off a little bit. Teams are lining up, ready to go. There's the horn, Mr. Leitner. Mr. Wolf, any final thoughts?
I don't know about you guys. When you keep talking about the number of people watching, it sounds like we're on some sort of a program where we get the next call in and we want more callers coming in. Just we're raising money, but we're just watching some football and having a great time. Getting ready for the second half kickoff.
All right, Symington set to kick off. Ball placed at the 40. Eagles, 8 other guys besides Symington. He kicks it fairly deep, fielded by number 5 for the Pirates. He's got a little bit of a seam there, and then not so much. Parker Falk, and he was brought down by number...
A swarm, actually. It was 3 Eagle defenders there that take him down.
And we do...
Injury timeout.
A flock, yes. Eagles. They don't usually move in flocks in the real world, but on the football field they do. We do... It looks like we have an Eagle down.
Here, Nick.
Okay, and that's going to happen. You got a lot of heat.
That's part of that fatigue factor that we talked about there. I can't tell who the player is, but after he gets stretched out, we'll look for him to get back to the field of play.
It looks like Brody Berg, and I think Brody's fine. He just maybe a little bit cramped up there, and the heat is going to do that to you. So, and watch for him to be. He'll stretch a little bit. He'll walk it off. He'll be back in the next play. All right, folks. Here come the Hankinson Pirates and Rashawn Earl, and they are in spread formation. Earl back in the shotgun. 13 goes in motion. Little delay. Oh, quick hitter to Cooper Bull. Cooper Bull got a lot of room there. Stretches his hand out to the face mask of number 26, Eisenbeis.
I'll give a lot of credit to Eisenbeis there. Jesse Eisenbeis had no fear there, going to still track the all-region player down there. That's a great, he never gave up there, and probably saved a touchdown.
Yeah, credit Jesse Eisenbeis for that. Jesse, a 160-pound sophomore, and obviously this is a learning game for him too, and he's not afraid of Cooper Bull.
Hey, you can see some speed out of the young Eisenbeis too, being able to track down Bull.
All right, that first down. Hankinson Pirates now have it at the Eagle 30. We have Rashawn Earl in the backfield. A couple guys around him. Number 13 in motion. Quick little hitter again, right up the middle. Cooper Bull. Driven out of bounds there by number 33.
Cooper Bull, tackled by
Cade Schaefer.
Well, Nick, that honestly might have been the same play call around, because he came right off the end there and got to the outside for a big gain. It's another first down.
I think we're going to see Coach Moneylaws try to look at some of those quick inside, whether it's inside power or inside trap. That's probably where the bread's going to be buttered this half of the game. We'll see how it develops, but first and 10 again for the Pirates in royal blue. Third quarter, 18-16 Eagles. Rashawn Earl with the call in the backfield, takes a snap, little delay, picking his way. No. He is brought down by a couple Eagles. Nice defense.
Yeah, that's made possible by those defensive ends holding down contain. There was nowhere for him to go, and of course someone's able to tackle him.
Yeah, and you had guys that just weren't going to sell out on that at all. They knew their assignment. They knew where they were supposed to be, and they weren't fooling anybody. They just got to play assignment sharp here. 2nd and long.
Well, Hankinson now is going to take their time here because they want to get the right play call here now in the red zone on the 15-yard line for 2nd down.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, Earl in the backfield, surrounded by 2 guys. Quick power. Again, Cooper Bull keeps his feet driving. Nice piece of running there by Cooper Bull.
Earl hands off to Cooper Bull.
Well, you know, it's
by
arm
number
tackles,
22,
and an all-region
Grayson
player is
Ullman
going to beat some arm tackles, and he got a 5-yard gain here. It's going to be 3rd down.
7.
Yeah, you're going to have to wrap him up
12-yard
at the knees or below. I mean, you're not going to be able to arm tackle him. You do slow him down a little bit. I mean, and you have help from the linebackers cleaning that up. But and again, that's a learning thing. And as you have young players learning the defense, that's what's going to happen. 3rd down and about 8. Here come the Pirates. Split formation. Rashawn Earl in the backfield. He is looking, oh, he delays, he pulls back, little option pass, and pass complete. Looks like complete to Andrew Jean.
For Andrew Jean by
A.J. Jean.
Rashawn Earl.
That pass complete from Earl to A.J. Jean.
Pirates 22.
About a 15-yard pass,
18.
and that puts the Pirates up 22-18. They're going to go for 2, I'm sure, right? I mean, they're not going to bring out the tee and kick this, are they?
Well, nope, they're going to go for 2 here, and they found another playmaker here. So credit Coach Manilaz with finding another person to get the ball to.
2-point conversion. Back to pass. Oh, wow! Nearly picked off and then completed. Mr. Hubrig, Johnny on the spot, Parker Hubrig, and they wind up converting it. All 3 now of their touchdowns, 24-18, and looks like the Pirates are in business.
Well, one of the things I'm going to say is in high school football, you cannot return a defensive interception for 2 points. So the smart play there is just knock the ball down rather than just try to get a hand on it or try to pick it off. Just get a hand on it, force it down, and end the play there. Now Hankinson's got 2 more points. Eagles only down 6, though, so it is still anyone's ball game.
I want to go back to that touchdown play. Rochelle Earl, he just rolled out to the right, bought himself some time, and Andrew Jean lined up in the left end spot. He slowly drug himself across to the middle of the field. The line gave him time, and it was just a beautifully designed play.
Yeah, and Andrew Jean was a force on defense last year, and it looks like Coach Moneylaws is using him a lot more on offense. And he's a pretty big, solid kid too, a junior. Hankinson doesn't list the height and weight of their players, but he looks like a big, strong kid. So.
Yeah, well, I agree. And, you know, one of the things I'm going to say here is this could be an excellent chance for Hankinson to show some trickery on this kickoff if they try to kick it shorter or do some kind of squib or something like that. I could see the tide of the game really turning based on this kickoff.
All right, we'll see what happens. Here come the Pirates. They're kicking off. Number 2 kicks off. Nice square little kick right up the middle, fielded by Grayson Ullman. Grayson Ullman going around the right side. Grayson Ullman got a little bit of a seam. He's pulled out of bounds, and Andrew Jean pulls him out. Congratulated by the officials. Pretty clean tackle. They got out of the field of play and bounced up right away.
This was the first time any of the Eagles have came close to our sidelines, and we got our first up-close look at these new matted helmets that the Sports Boosters bought. They are beautiful.
They are nice, yeah. Absolutely nice. All right, Grant Cosley in the shotgun, looking. Quick little hitter, Brody Berg. Brody Berg drives his feet. Brody Berg gets about.
30, Brody Berg on the carry, tackled by number 10, Cade Hentz.
He gets 2-3 yards.
Positive yards on first down. That's what the Eagles need to do here. Clock is moving, and look for them again. We're trying to spread the ball out here. Coach Archie's trying to do that at the 9-minute mark.
9 minutes play in the third quarter. Hankinson 24, North Border 18. Grant Cosley shotgun. Receivers left and right. Cosley keeps it himself. He picks his way in the middle. Ball kind of went loose there, and all of a sudden Brody Berg has it. I don't know if that was by design or no.
No, the ball popped in the air on a fumble, and it just bounced right into Brody's hands, and he just kept moving forward. Lucky break for the Eagles.
Tackled by 87.
Brody's pretty exceptionally skilled with the hand-eye coordination, so if there was a loose ball anywhere there, he's going to be all over it.
Brody's just hobbling off the field right now. We'll keep an eye on for his return.
We're going to have to watch that. Yeah, one of the
That cramp again, it's
Okay.
acting up.
Grant Cosley in the shotgun. Going back to pass, looking left, now looking right. Now looks like he's got a man complete. And that pass is complete to number 10.
Grant Cosley to Caden Moore, number
Caden
10.
Moore, a freshman.
For a first
Nice
down.
completion. Caden Moore showing up here big in his, really, I think his first varsity game.
That's his first varsity game here.
44-yard line.
Made a great play here to get that reception.
First play coming in for Brody, and he made himself known right away.
All right, that's good. That's good to know. All right, shotgun. Cosley in the backfield. Taking his time, takes a snap. He's a little bit of a fake. Goes up the middle. He gets a good, solid, I'd say 3-4 yards.
Grant Cosley up the middle, our keeper, tackled by
And-
Wesley Maidenwald.
And the
Brings
Eagles keep grinding away.
2nd and 6 from the 40-yard line.
2nd and 6 now for the Eagles. Off comes Garrett Willits. Nice to see that young man taking a big role in the game tonight. All right, Cosley walks him up. Shotgun, he's got receivers both sides. Behind him, Wes Cosley. Grant Cosley looking. He airs it out. It's just, and it's intercepted. Number 7.
Interception by number 7,
Rashawn Earl.
for a Pirates first down.
Rashawn Earl not only doing the damage on offense, he's doing it back there playing center field as well. Just an athlete.
Yeah, it is. He looks a little shaken up here, Nick. He's going off the sideline, maybe wind or something.
Brings up
Oh, no, he's coming in
10
to get the play is what he's doing. There he goes.
on the Pirates.
He's going back in.
10-yard line.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Fine young player, and yep, he's fine. He might be a little tired after that play, but he's fine. And here come the Pirates. 7:19 to play, 24-18. I wish we had a scoreboard for you. We don't. We don't have commercials. That's okay. We're here. And we're just going to talk football here until, okay, here come the Pirates. 1st and 10. Ball deep in Hankinson territory. Rashawn Earl looking, 3-4 guys led by Garrett Willits.
Rashawn Earl recovers an errant snap.
I'm sorry, Omen.
That's a nice gain tackling there by the Eagles. Hankinson's line couldn't do much to stop the Eagles' pass rush there. Going to bring up 2nd down and 14. So critical here.
2nd and 14.
See what they're
Pirates
gonna do with
territory.
Critical here to see what Hankinson's going to do. Yeah, it is their own 6-yard line, so that's got to factor into coach's decision.
They're backed up pretty good, back in their own territory, 6-yard line. Here come Earl and the Pirates. 2nd and 14, 6:42 to play. They're up 24-18. Earl in the backfield, shotgun, split formation. Ludig in motion. Now he gives up the middle. Looks like, there you go. Cooper Bull, why not? He's knocked out of bounds by Wes Cosley, but not before he picks up first down yardage.
Out of bounds by number 10.
Yeah, it looks like he's got enough for a first down there. Of course, he's great at taking it outside, Nick. He started inside, went outside, and went down that sideline. That sideline's been his friend. Seems like he's been running down that all game long.
Cooper Bull understands leverage. I mean, low man wins. You got speed, you got that leverage, you got the corner, and you are going to win those contests in high school and really college football. Here we go. Royal Blue. Here come the Pirates. 1st and 10. Rashawn Earl, backfield. Looks like an I formation now. Little bit of a shotgun. Ludig in motion. Earl looks. Cooper Bull. Why not? Cooper Bull goes up the middle. He is stopped by Garrett Willits. Garrett doing a nice job making himself known as a freshman.
Well, the Eagles have been doing very good on their first down defense here, but we got to see a 2nd down stop. 2nd and 8 right now. The Eagles have got to get some kind of either short gain or a negative play for Hankinson. They're in great position here, field position-wise. Got to find a way to punt on this possession.
Yeah, we want to force a punt, definitely, if you're an Eagles Rashawn Earl in the backfield. Shotgun. Hubrig in motion. Little delay call again. Cooper Bull. Maybe.
Backed up at the line. Brought down by a couple of
33,
players.
Eisenbeis, and number 22, Grayson Oman. Oh, Schaefer, I'm sorry, Cade Schaefer. And Schaefer, a young fella too, only a sophomore, and really developed as a player as well.
Well, you know, the front of the Eagles there is very young, but they're holding up very well. It's 3rd down and 7, so this could be if a stop here could force a punt situation, exactly what the Eagles would call for.
Absolutely. And these young players for the Eagles are, you know, in this learning situation, they're doing extremely well. Spread formation. Rashawn Earl in the backfield. He's looking at the field, surveying, waiting for the snap, gets the snap. Oh, little bit of a miscue there in the backfield. Now Rashawn Earl goes around the right side. Nothing doing. About 4 Eagles there.
Earl.
I think it was Grayson Oman leading the charge there.
Zeke Symington.
Oh, I'm sorry, Zeke Symington. So that'd be 24.
Brings up
Nice to get him in the game,
and
too.
long for the Pirates.
It's 4th and long. It looks like Hankinson's going to be punting this football, but you can see players on both sides of the field are gassed right now. They're struggling moving, so we're going to see who's going to be the best conditioned athletes to finish this football game.
All right, here comes the punt. Cooper Bull to punt. Nice punt for high school football. Crosses the midfield, down around the 45-yard line, and that's where the Eagles are going to take over 1st and 10.
Marked at the 49-yard line.
Okay, I guess it kind of drifted out around the 49-yard line, which
Yeah, 1st down.
That's where the Eagles are going to take over.
At the Pirates 49.
And they're in
North Border Eagles.
They're on the Hankinson side of the field, which is ideal. Here comes Cosley and the Eagles. Shotgun, spread formation. Cosley in the backfield, waiting for the snap, patiently gets the snap. Now looking, deciding to throw it. He's got, just about had Caden Moore. Nice defense there by Hubrigg.
Okay, the Eagles there are going to a 4 wide receiver set. So what that means is the quarterback's got to either move away from the pocket or get rid of the ball as fast as you can because a pass rush is coming. You can see there Cosley did a good job of rolling out, wasn't able to find his receiver, but if they stick in this formation, they could have success.
Yeah, I think you're right, Phil. You want to spread the field as best you can. All right, 2nd and long, 2nd and 10. Grant Cosley for the Eagles. Cosley with the snap decides to go around the left side, driven out of bounds. You know the formation, the folks they have at skill position, these teams are almost mirror images of themselves, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like the meme where 2 Spider-Mans are looking at each other and pointing. It's kind of what I'm seeing out here tonight.
Double Spider-Man meme, because they're so identical.
And
And both teams have some youth. Both teams have some strong skill players. They have some really strong linemen that are kind of learning the game. And we'll see how this shakes out. All right, 3rd and 10. Ball at the 49-yard line of the Pirate. Here come the Eagles. 3:55 to play in the 3rd quarter. Cosley marches them up. Split formation, 4 wide. He's got 1 behind him. Cosley with the snap, backs up 1, takes a short little screen. Brody Berg. Brody Berg's got a little bit of room, and he crosses the 45 down to the 44-yard line, and he makes a little bit of magic happen there.
I think that's going to be enough of a game for Coach Hartshee to go for it here on 4th down. It's going to be 4th down and 4.
4th and 4.
Eagles taking a long time to call this play. Something's coming in. They're going to go for it at the very least, try to draw Hankinson off sides.
Yeah, I think most reasonable high school coaches, 9-man ball, you're going to go for it. You're on their side of the field. Let's do this. Let's go. Grant Cosley marches them up 4 wide. Grant gets a snap. They're going. Why not? Grant airs it out. He's got a receiver. It's complete to Weston Cosley. And it is down, Weston Cosley down over the 30, down to the 29-yard line. That's a 1st down, Eagle fans.
Well, Weston just did a nice little crossover to the Eagles sideline. Lots of receivers were going deep. He cut off the middle. 1st down, he's wide open.
He was completely wide open. There wasn't anybody within 10 yards of him. 1st and 10, Eagles, ball around the 29-yard line. Both sets of boys are getting a little weary right now. 2:54 to play. Eagles down by 6. Cosley marches them up 4 wide. Here come the Eagles. In motion, number 12, Weston Cosley. Grant gets a snap. And we had some really early penetration there. Andrew Jean. And I don't mean he was there early. I mean he just blew through the block early.
3 on the play.
Yeah, no, the Eagles there, you can see some guys kind of shaking their heads there. They thought they had something, but the defender was just too quick, able to drop Cosley in the backfield before anything could happen.
2nd and long. They haven't had many plays for loss, but that was one of them. 2nd and long. Here comes Grant Cosley and the Eagles. 2nd and long. Cosley looking back. Got a man on the cross. Looks like Grayson Ullman. Picks up a lot of that loss. Gets a little bit past the back end of the first down marker.
Well, of course, we're seeing some of Grant Cosley's leadership here. You know, he started the year last year as quarterback, played very well, then moved to wide receiver / running back position. So he's done a lot of different positions here for the Eagles and making himself known, making very good decisions.
And that is for sure. And Grant is a junior this year, 160-pound junior. Ball snapped. Couldn't see the ball carrier there right away. Brody Berg.
By number 87, Andrew Jean.
Andrew Jean again on defense. And he was a defensive leader for the Pirates last year.
4th and 11.
Averaged a couple sacks a game. 4th and long. I think they got to go. What do you think?
Well, it's a tough spot here, but you do have to go for it down this deep into the field position. Only 30 yards to the end zone, so no matter what, even if you turn it over, Hankinson will have to go a long way to score.
Yeah, kind of playing that field position game right now. Cosley back, shotgun, spreading the field. Cosley looking. Got a man. Could it be? Touchdown, Eagles! Touchdown completion to Grant Cosley. From Grant to Weston Cosley.
Reception from Grant
About a 30-yard pass.
What a debut game by Weston Cosley. His speed is just so noticed here on the field, and of course that brotherly connection of Grant being able to find him. Again, he's wide open and tiptoes into the end zone.
Evens it up, 24 apiece, 47 seconds to play. Here comes Grant Cosley leading the Eagles up for the 2-point conversion. Pirates at the line, they're going to try to defend it. They haven't let the Eagles in yet for a 2-pointer. Grant looking, and it's complete! Who is that?
Conversion is good to number 14, Colton Bailey.
Colton Bailey on the conversion, and
that brings our score to the.
Well, you know, that's just like one of those carnival tricksters, you know, where you've got to find the nut that's underneath one of those handles or whatever.
Yes, yep.
And there, you know, you look one way, you look the other way. It's a misdirection. All of a sudden, bam, in the middle. Colton Bailey for 2 points. Eagles up 2. We're almost done with the third quarter.
This game is moving along very quickly. And one thing that's really, you know, as an old coach, in more ways, yeah, I'm an old coach and I'm old and I'm a coach, but it's been kind of refreshing. Not a lot of penalties tonight. Very little laundry. A couple penalties.
Yeah, the officials are just letting them go and letting them play. I didn't know about that early on. There was a couple, but so far there hasn't. And you know, don't discredit your age there. I know you're called Grandpa by the Pembina principal, but don't let that discourage you, Nick. You're doing a great job here.
It's a good way to stay young. So, I just think the game has been played pretty cleanly. I mean, yeah, the refs have let some stuff, kind of both sides, just play clean, play hard. But I think you haven't seen a lot of holding, one or two jumps for a first game. Pretty cleanly played.
We're going to hit into the fourth quarter, a one-possession game, 2 points, anyone's ball game. This is what high school football is. Two good teams going at it.
Aren't you glad to be back here on a Friday night in August? Hankinson, North Dakota. Here comes Luca Carpenter leading the Eagles, kicking off from the 40. Pirates all ready to go. Luca buries his foot into it, boom, boom, and he's got to cover it up. Number 5, that's Parker Falk. That one looked a little tricky to field.
Yeah, that was a nice kick there by Luca. Kind of a line drive squib kick. The Hankinson running back did not have an attempt to return it, just landed on it, and Hankinson will get the ball here about their 34-yard line.
I really like how Coach Archie utilizes, he uses a number of kids at the kicking position. He's used Gavin, he uses Luca. I think Grant kicks at times. All right. Here comes the Pirates. 1st and 10. Shotgun. Little give up the middle, little power. Ball on the ground, let's see. The ball on the ground. We're waiting. They're saying it's down. Second down.
Cade Hintz on the carry.
Cade Hintz was the ball carrier.
Gain of 6 on the down.
He picked up 6 yards.
Second and 4.
Little momentary excitement there.
Pirates 40-yard line.
Right up front, we got Colden Nault holding space there in the middle. You got Garrett Willits on the right side. I can't see who's on the left side there, Mr. Hartshoes. I bet it's Colton Bailey playing end over there. So those three, they're playing a 3-4. Here comes Rashawn Ward. No play. They let the clock run out
The end of the
after
quarter.
three complete.
Hankinson Pirates 24.
Your North Border Eagles lead 24.
26.
Hankinson Pirates 26. We will be back in
Get out
just
your 50,
30
50
seconds.
Raffle tickets.
What a great third quarter and game. Boy, Weston, just. And he wears TJ's number too.
You know what? Those plays aren't possible.
$236 for
Oh,
the
yeah.
jackpot
Very
for
impressed by our player.
the 50-50 raffle.
Willits has been impressive on defense.
Your winner is 914260.
Now we're moving.
We have a winner.
Go back and you gotta wish Kendra another birthday, just in case someone didn't hear it the first time.
All right, sports fans, we're back here from the second largest city in Richland County. That's Hankinson, North Dakota, the home of Cody Mock and John Schultz. We're back. I'm here with Phil Leitner and Brian Wolf. I'm Nick Ahn. We got the call tonight on the Eagles Worldwide Sports Radio TV Network. We have 121 folks listening, and that's about, not going to lie, that's probably about 100 more than I thought would maybe listen. But if you're out there in radio land, TV land, thank you. If you missed it at halftime, we wished a birthday to everybody's friend. Who is it, Phil?
Business manager at North Border, Kendra Troop, turning 26 today. So happy birthday, Kendra.
Happy birthday, Kendra. 26. That's amazing. All right, here come the Pirates. They're going to be working south to north. Here comes Cooper Bull. Cooper Bull keeping his feet down. And Gavin Symington.
Brought down by number 55.
Gavin Symington with the nice solo tackle.
First down.
Well, of course, we are homers. We're talking about the Eagles, but that Cooper Bull is having a nice game, showed some shiftiness here. Look for him to stay very heavily involved in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, no question. I mean, yeah, we are the North Border Eagles radio and TV network across YouTube on the World Wide Web with thousands of listeners. But we're going to celebrate all kids here, and even I don't care if you're wearing royal blue or white. If you're doing something awesome, we're going to take note of it and celebrate that, because that's why we do high school sports. Here comes Rashawn Ward and the Pirates. Rashawn Ward fakes a quick handoff, now goes to the right. Rashawn Ward looking, got a man. Wow, it was nearly intercepted, intended for 87. Andrew Jean, Mr. On the spot, Wes Cosley was right there. Nearly intercepted. We do have a flag.
There's a flag.
All right, let's see what happens. We do have a flag on the field. Generally, when quarterback waiting that long, it's usually holding. Let's see.
Ineligible man.
They had an ineligible receiver downfield, which is a no-no.
Well, what exactly happened there is the play took so long. He had great protection. Some lineman just wandered too far downfield. That's going to create an ineligible man downfield position.
Ineligible man downfield for the Pirates. 5-yard penalty brings up first and 15.
Pretty common penalty in high school football.
2-yard line.
And they're going to do it again. First and 15 here for the Pirates.
All right, here come the Pirates. Rashawn Ward and the Pirates. Decked out in their royal blue. Nice helmets, sharp pants. They're all ready to go. Here comes Mr. Ward lining him up. He's going to be still in that shotgun formation. Couple guys to the right, couple guys right to his right. Patiently waiting for the snap. Rashawn Ward, he fakes and he looks back. Somebody slows him down. Now he's going for the corner. Nice little run.
Forced out of bounds by number 22. Grayson.
And that was Rashawn Earl, the sophomore again from Hankinson. Nice run. Got a little bit of that back. Second down and long.
Boy, this game has really slowed down. I think coaches are a little concerned about the fatigue factor, waiting longer for these plays to be called in and then develop.
Rashawn Earl takes him to the line. Here we go. Quick, fake, quick. Looking. He's got Hubrig. Hubrig. And who's there but Mr. Wes Kozlik from across the field. Hubrig from Earl. Hubrig picks up about 10.
Third down.
Boy, it's really close. Third down and
wow, I can't believe he didn't get it.
3rd and a half a yard maybe.
Well, they're definitely going to go for it for the next 2 plays. So let's see which line's going to be determined to stop the other.
Rashawn Earl and the Pirates, here they come. 3rd and short. Rashawn Earl back in the shotgun. Couple guys to the right. Patiently waiting. Gets the snap. Little counter to who else but Cooper Bowl. 6, 7, 8 yards. He's got the first down and more.
Down, getting tackled by 3 or 4 North Border Eagles. Brings up the Pirates. First down.
I don't know how many times Cooper Bowl has carried the ball tonight, and I wish I had a big notebook and, like a lot of the guys like Mr. Bachman or some of those guys from KNDK, they could keep talking and they can calculate how many runs and how many yards the guys got on the night. And, we're kind of rookies, but we're doing the best we can. Here comes Mr. Earl and the Pirates from the shotgun. Who else? Cooper Bowl. Oh, there's 4 or 5 guys there. Wrapped him up there.
Well, again, they're going to feed their horse, but their horse is getting a little tired. You can see all these guys here just a little bit sluggish.
You got to think, Phil, the humidity here. It's 79 degrees in downtown Hankinson, and the humidity has got to be playing a factor here tonight. First game of the year. The boys are getting pooped. No other way to put it.
That's right. Eagles up 2 here, 9 minutes and 30 seconds to go.
Rashawn Earl and the Pirates. Earl waiting patiently, gets the snap, fakes the quick little hitter, rolling to the right. Earl looking. Oh, just over the outstretched arms of Mr. Hubrig.
Outstretched arms of Parker Hubrig.
And
brings up.
We do have a flag preliminarily.
Holding.
It looks like holding.
They're moving the ball back.
Okay, they're going to be moving the ball back here. Waiting from the official word from the fellow in the white hat. Microphone's not on tonight, I don't think, down there.
No, but he's been talking loud enough for us to hear it. Oh, it's an ineligible man downfield.
Another one of those. Okay. Again.
Illegal man downfield on the Pirates declined.
They decline it.
There's 2 penalties there.
Holding
one
on
is
the Eagles is accepted.
Ineligible man downfield, which is declined.
Holding on the
and
Pirates.
then holding on the Pirates, which is accepted. The Eagles take.
Yeah, you kind of take the worst one or the one that's going to put you in the best position. All right, well, 2nd and 20. Rashawn Earl, number 7, and the rest of the Pirates. Earl in the backfield, patiently waiting, now picks his way, looking for a hole.
Whoa.
Almost popped out. Looked like number 14 there. Colton Bailey with a nice tackle. Colton, again, a sophomore.
3rd and 20.
3rd and 18.
Colton is one of those kids that works hard in the off season, and he lifts. And I know that him and his family, they like to check out the key for the gym quite a bit. We have that system in Walhalla there where we can get into the Civic Center, and it's a great thing. Kids can get in, lift, run, and Colton's there. All right. Hankinson Pirates. Archie saying, look out for the wheel. Here comes Mr. Earl. Oh, we got a false start. Some of these are going to be costly. We're going to back them up 5 more.
On the Hankinson Pirates, 10-yard penalty.
Well, of course, now 3rd and 23 here, so this is going to be a tough yardage to pick up. The Eagles just tackle the guy. Just tackle him once he gets the ball, whether it's a pass downfield. Just make sure you don't give up 23 on this play.
And don't let anybody behind you, obviously. I mean, just nobody behind you. Play smart, play heads-up defense, and we are going to get the ball back here very shortly.
3rd and 23.
3rd and 23. Those penalties are so costly. I'm sure Coach Moneyloss is just kind of wondering, shaking his head here, what could have been. Rashawn Earl, the rest of the Pirates up to the line of scrimmage, waiting patiently for the snap. Here comes Earl backing up pass formation. He's got, he had Cooper Bowl, and not to be, a little bit over his outstretched fingers, and it's going to be 4th down. What do you think? Pirates going to kick it away or what?
Well, they have to, Nick. They hate to, but they have to. 4th and 23. You cannot give the Eagles this good a field position, so they're going to punt it away here. Eagles are going to have to just have a long, sustained drive and see what they can do. Maybe ends up with points, but at the very least, they're taking time off the clock for Hankinson to score if they get the ball back.
They're not in punt position. They're going. They're going. Oh, they're going to punt. The quick kick. Quick little kick. And it's fielded by none other than Grant Cosley. That quick is going to backfire. Grant Cosley around the right side. He's got one man to beat. He goes around the corner. Touchdown Eagles!
Cosley.
With a roughly 40, I'd say closer to a 58.
That's a 60-yarder.
60-yard punt return. I know the Pirates were hoping for that quick kick and, just try to play the field position game. And Grant wasn't having anything to do with it.
No, I don't know if Bull had trouble with the snap there or whatever, maybe getting the ball off his foot, but he didn't kick it very well. Maybe it went off the side of his foot. Cosley capitalizes with a huge play. North Border up 32-24.
32-24, listener. We've got 7:26 to play down here in Hankinson, North Dakota, and we're just going to keep it right here.
I don't know what Coach Harchie has lined up for 2-point plays, but it's an 8-point game right now. If they convert, this turns it into a 2-possession game. If Hankinson stops them, it's still a 1-possession game. So this is a huge 2-point opportunity coming up for the Eagles.
Absolutely. Phil, thoughts?
Well, I'll play amateur coach here. I'm going to say Coach Harchie's going to try to get the ball to the outside. I don't think running in the middle of this line for Hankinson is going to be successful due to that fatigue factor that we've been talking about. I think they're going to try to air it out, get somebody in either the back of the end zone or corner of the front end zone. I think I see that's where the ball's going this time around. I'm definitely looking for Weston Cosley if I'm Coach Schiltz. I'm definitely looking for Grayson Oman. And then, of course, one of those sneaky guys could sneak something back by the goalpost too, like a Colton Bailey. One thing about Colton Bailey, I believe they did a thing at the beginning of the season. He had 7 reps in the bench press, turned into like 30 something at the end of the summer. So he has hit the weights hard.
He has, for sure. Here come the Eagles for the 2-point conversion, going into the south end zone here at Hankinson Field. Oh, we got a whistle beforehand. We're waiting. Dead ball, false start on the Eagles. That's going to back them up 5.
North Border Eagles.
All right. They'll back up 5, and we'll hit her again.
I don't think they're changing their play call here, Nick. They know what they want to do. Again, they're trying to spread the field. We're looking for something on the outside.
All right, Grant Cosley, the rest of the Eagles, going for the 2-point conversion. Cosley looking. Corner. Caught! Touch! 2-point conversion! Who is it, Mr. Leitner?
2-point conversion is good. Number 22.
Grayson Oman.
Grayson Oman.
Well, Grayson Oman goes up, grabs this ball, has the presence of mind to get not 1 but 2 feet down in the end zone. North Border is going to be up 10. Heads up play by the senior. Grant Cosley put in a position that only Grayson Oman could get. And again, just like we talked about, they're going to the outside back corner of the field and to one of the playmakers in Oman.
That was really a fun play to watch develop. And like Phil and Brian have said, your Eagles now have a 10-point lead. Puts the Pirates in a little bit of a spot here. They're down 10, 7:26 to play.
Okay, I'm going to say still a lot of time left. Of course, these last couple scores have all happened within the last 4 or 5 minutes or end of the third quarter or so. So lots of scoring here at the end of the third and fourth quarter. So I expect a couple more touchdowns to be put up on the rest of the game.
I want to go back to that last score by Grant Cosley. Hankinson lined up as like they were going to go for it. They did that rugby-style kick again. He didn't get a very good foot into it, and it just landed right in Cosley's lap. He didn't have to move. Great position to take off the other way. Caught Hankinson by surprise. Great running on Grant Sport. Get that touchdown.
I don't think they were I don't think Hankinson was expecting that either.
Well, no, they weren't. They were all downfield. He didn't outkick. He outkicked the coverage basically, and so Grant is able to catch that ball with probably 4 or 5 defenders on the other side of him. We know Grant's fast enough. He's going to score on that play. Absolutely. If it's Grant Cosley running that far, he's going to do it.
There's Gavin Symington kicking off deep for the Eagles. Fielded fairly well by Cooper Bull. Cooper Bull, very determined runner, gets it out around the 30-yard line. And looks like
26.
Number 26, Jesse Eisenbeis on special teams. So you're hearing a lot of names be involved tonight. That's the great thing about small-town 9-man football is it's just a great opportunity for all the kids to learn, develop, and grow. And it's nice to see Jesse involved.
Yeah, and you see Gavin Symington there. We talked about the different kickers. Symington kicks off deep. He's his deep. Tim Harchie's deep kicker did a fantastic job there.
Here come the Pirates. Rashawn Earl in the backfield. Earl with the quick hitter over to Cooper Bull. Cooper Bull really nowhere to go. He does pick up 4 or 5 yards.
It looks like they're going to go in a no huddle. That's a great idea by Coach Manilaw. No, they are going to huddle up here, I guess.
Up 2nd and 6.
Coach wants to get the right play call here, and that is smart decision too.
Under 7 to play. Hankinson Pirates with the ball. Rashawn Earl he's got the snap. He's looking to the right. No. He's brought down in the backfield.
Rashawn Earl brought down
Grant Cosley.
Number 6. Grant Cosley for a loss.
He's a little quarterback's a little getting gingered. I don't know if it's a cramp or something's going on, but he looks at least a little fatigued there, if not shaken up.
Okay. It's 3rd and 10 for the Pirates. Really just a critical situation.
This is crucial. They can't give the ball to the Eagles this late in the game here. We got a timeout here by the Pirates. They want to think it over here.
6-12? 6-12 to go in the game.
3rd and 10.
Next
3rd and 10.
River here at
we will be back in 1 minute here on the Eagles YouTube. All right, sports fans, we are back here in Hankinson, 3rd and about 10, and Rashawn Earl's going to bring him up. 2 left, 2 to the right. Whoa, fumble! I think the Eagles have it. What do you see?
The Eagles say that they have it. Either way, it's going to be 4th down and long here.
Fumble snap. Recovered by Rashawn Earl for a loss of 3.
Rashawn Earl got the fumble recovered. 13. Very quick presence in his part, but it does bring up 4th and a whole bunch, like 4th and 13, 4th and 14.
You hate to do it, but they're so far back deep. I think they got a punt still.
Are they going to do this little rugby quick kick again?
No, this is going to be a legit kick here. You can see you got some up men and the punter out back, so they're going to try to just kick it as far as they can, unless they would try to maybe do a fake punt, which that wouldn't be a bad of a call in this situation.
Timeouts to reset the clock.
The clock got reset to 5:55. We're under the 6-minute mark, listener. Hankinson Pirates forced to punt. 4th and long, 4th and 13. I believe it's Bull kicking. Standard kick right here. Regular good old punt. Nobody back for the Eagles, and rightfully so. They wanted to watch for the fake. It's down right around the 30-yard line of
Kate Hibbs
the
down,
Eagles.
punts down at
Well,
the
Coach Archie knows that
31-yard
as
line.
long as they don't get a turnover here, they're in great position after that play. So he doesn't send anybody back to return the football. So all the guys there can be making sure that Hankinson does not do a fake punt to get the first down. So the Eagles are firmly in control with 5 minutes and 34 seconds to go, up 10 here. Now they got to run the clock here. And still play their brand of football. I don't think a strategy of running it up the gut is something that they really want to do here. They're still going to try to spread the ball out.
I think you have to just keep playing Eagle football. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. And just play sound, assignment sharp football. Here they come. First down.
Brody Berg on the carry.
Looked like a little bit of an inside power. Brody Berg.
44.
Not much
Cale
there
Benson.
on the carry. Cale Benson on the stop for the Pirates. 5:20 to play. 2nd and 9. The Eagles marching from north to south. 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 30-yard line. Up by 10, 34 to 24. 5:03 to play. Grant Cosley in the backfield. Got very quiet here. Little misdirection. Looks like it's going to be kept by Cosley himself. Picks up about three yards.
Well, the Eagles are going to have to focus on maintaining possession here of the football. A turnover could change this, but as we get to the 4-minute mark, it looks like the Eagles are kind of are kind of pulling away. But big third down here, 3rd down and 7. They're going to have to do what got them here. This is definitely, to me, going to be Grayson Oman, Weston Cosley. The ball's got to go to one of those two people right now.
I think you got to throw the ball. I mean, you have to dance with the person you brought to the dance, and that's what got him here.
A first down's more important than 10, 20 seconds.
Cosley in the backfield, looking. Cosley going to pick his way across, keeps marching.
Number 6 with the keeper.
Around the 38-yard line, Coach Moneylaws decides it's time for a timeout. It's going to be 4th and about 4 with 4 minutes to play. And the North Border Eagles up 34 to 24. What are your thoughts, Mr. Leitner? We played pretty solid football tonight.
Yeah, we certainly have. And in this position, up 10, 4 minutes to go, punt is definitely the safe play, but it looks like it's actually 4th and 4 to me, not 4th and 7, based on where the chains are. There you go, 4th and 4. They moved it, but I could honestly see Coach Archie doing something here, because if you can turn this into a first down, you definitely control the game here. But up 10, punt would definitely be the conservative play.
Good old 4th and 4. You might want to line up like you're going for it. Do a hard count. See if you can get Hankinson to jump. Get the first down the easy way. If you don't get it, you can always take the delay game and then punt it out.
Any of those sound like really some smart coaching. We'll see what Mr. Archie has lined up here as the Eagles come back on the field. 4 minutes to play. 4th and 4. Lots of 4s on the board.
4.
It looks like Grant Cosley is back to kick.
Hankinson doesn't trust it. There's nobody back here.
Cosley, high punt. And, of course, the scatter call. And Hankinson's going to take over right around their own 43-yard line. So, smart. They played it smart. That's fine. We've got 3:50 to play. And the Pirates are going to take her over.
It'll be interesting to see if Coach Monolaws wants to stick with the running game or if he's going to open it up a little bit. They're down by 10, 3 minutes, 50 seconds left. They've only got one timeout. I think they've got to start looking to put the ball in the air.
Yeah, we'll see if, the Eagles' defensive secondary been very sound so far. Let's hope that continues. Rashawn Earl in the backfield. The rest of the Pirates on the line. Earl backing up, looking. There's your, whoa. Quick little pass out to Hubrig, yeah. And
complete, number 13, Parker Hubrig.
I didn't notice that was complete, but that's how quick it developed. 2nd down, Rashawn Earl in the backfield. He's got receivers right and left. Patiently waiting, looks at his play call on his wrist. Oh, there's kind of a goofy snap, and I think there's going to be a procedure against the Pirates.
False start on the Pirates.
One of those just first game of the year, a little bit of jitters. Rashawn Earl marches him up. Again, receivers left and right. Earl backing up. Regular pass formation. He's got some time, and he runs out of bounds. Right around the 42-yard line.
Rashawn Earl goes out of bounds.
3rd and 10.
With the gain,
Well,
one.
right here, the Eagles are having great pass defense. Their D-backs are playing superb. There's nowhere there for Rashawn to throw the ball.
That's for sure. And getting some nice pressure from the fellas up front. Cold and Alt for one. Really holding good space there in the middle. Here comes Rashawn Earl. Here come the rest of the Hankinson Pirates. He's looking. He's dancing, and he dances right out of bounds. He's driven out of bounds there by number 8, Garrett Willits.
Well, unfortunately for Earl, he ran to the short end of the field and didn't have much to be able to maneuver and had to kind of throw it away. It's going to be 4th down and 10.
Incomplete pass.
3 minutes and 6 seconds to go.
4th and 9.
They're going to have to go for it. Big play for the Eagles defense.
Big play for the Eagles defense. You're right. Brian Wolf says they got to go for it, and I would agree, and I think the rest of the crowd is looking for that too. Rashawn Earl in the background. Here he goes, backing up, looking. He's got a little bit of time, and he's running out of time because here comes Garrett Willits with some pressure. Chased quickly by Gavin Symington. He throws, and it's incomplete, and that's going to turn the ball over on downs.
Super Bowl. It's okay. Turnover on downs to the North Border Eagles.
And the Eagles pick up on turnover on downs.
Okay, now your strategy is going to shift if you're the Eagles. You should be running this play every down that you have, even on 4th down, probably to prevent a punt block.
Absolutely. 10 points in high school football, not a huge margin. I mean, it's 2:53 to play. Here come the Eagles. Grant Cosley marches up. Now he's going to go under center. Receivers right and left, guy in the backfield. There goes the guy in the backfield, number 30, Brody Berg.
Well, and the Eagles have got to keep both hands.
30,
Eagles ball carriers got to keep
Brody
both
Berg.
hands on the ball to prevent a turnover. That's really the only thing that's going to stop them at this moment.
Tackle by Cooper Bowl.
2:37 to play. Eagles 2nd and long. Eagles knocking on the door, their first win of the 23-24 season. And Hankinson, which was really one of the more, I don't want to say heavily favored, but highly regarded teams in Region 1, they could be looking at a loss here.
Yeah, certainly. And Coach Schultz is telling Grant to slow this down.
Grant Cosley taking her straight up the middle, across the 40, down to the 39 was Grant Cosley.
3 yards.
That's a timeout by Hankinson.
Taken down by
3rd down and 8,
Eugene,
2 minutes and
number
6
87.
seconds to go in the game. That's going to be more like 3rd and 5, isn't it?
You just
Timeout
about split them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coach Monalos wants to talk about it. They got 3rd and 8 on the score
Okay.
clock. I think it's 3rd and 5.
So right now we're looking at about maybe a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. Hankinson just used their last timeout. There's 2 minutes and 6 seconds left. So Eagles, if they can get a good push from scrimmage, maybe make it look like we can go for on 4th down. Either way, after this play, we're going to be down to about a minute 30, and they're in good shape right now as long as they can take care of the ball.
There you have it, listener. I think we've got some pretty good, solid coaching wisdom here from Brian Wolf and Phil Leitner. But we'll see what Coach Archie decides to do. He sends his men back on the field. The boys in white and Vegas gold and those nice, sharp navy matte helmets, which are really impressive. Here comes Grant Cosley. Just a quick hitter to West up the middle. West gets about 4 yards.
Number 12.
Got a lot of it.
Cosley. Taken down by number 87, Andrew Jean.
I don't know if they're going to punt it or if they're going to go for it. A minute and 45 seconds left.
Brings up 4th and 4 for the Eagles.
I don't know. I honestly would just run the ball here and make sure that you do not turn the ball over. I think if you punt, you're opening yourself up open to a bad thing happening.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can go sideways on a punt in high school football. Grant Cosley under center. Little toss out to the right side. Wes Cosley tries to make something out of not much, and he gets a yard or two. Wasn't quite enough. Great effort. Ball does go over on downs, but nothing hurt. Nothing crazy happened there.
No, and you got to remember again, Hankinson has no timeouts left. But first downs in high school football, the clock will stop until the refs can spot the ball. But Hankinson still needs 2 scores. They're down 10, a minute 18 to go.
All right, Rashawn Earl and the rest of the Pirates coming to the line. Rashawn Earl backing up, rolling to his right, looks like a hold there. I won't call that. Rashawn Earl runs out of bounds. They gave him a lot of space.
For 5 yards.
You can only see the quarterback rolling out on your video footage, but I'm watching the defenders. Every receiver is locked up by our defenders. There was nobody to throw the ball to. Great defense by the Eagles.
2nd and 4 to go.
2nd and 4. Rashawn Earl takes him up to the line in the backfield. Rashawn takes the snap and he pitches to Cooper Bull. Cooper Bull around the left side. Cooper Bull with a lot of yardage. He's finally hauled down by Cade Schaefer.
Well, that's great. That's going to stop the clock here at 59 seconds. Hankinson's, it looks like they already are getting a play call. They know what they're going to do in this position. Expect the next play call to happen very soon.
Rashawn Earl looking. Now he's got to think. Now he's going to the left. Runs out of bounds. He runs out of room very quickly.
Outside for a loss of 1.
I hope you've enjoyed this broadcast out in YouTube land, listener and viewer. It's been a very entertaining high school football game, and I'm just thrilled that we're back in August. This is amazing. Did you think we were going to get here in March on about the 9th blizzard of the year, Phil?
No, it's long. It seems like a long ways from now.
All right, pass from Rashawn Earl. He hits number 3 in stride. David Round with the catch. Nice catch. Another first down, but they're locked up pretty quickly by the Eagles. And now we see, looks like the Eagles want to take a timeout. How about you, Mr. Wolf? Thinking back to that 8th or 9th blizzard back in like March, did you ever think we'd be sitting here in short sleeves in August?
That was the winter that never ended, but we're back to football here now. Let's see what Hankinson does on first down.
Hankinson first down. Rashawn Earl throwing. Got a man. Hubrig with the catch.
Rashawn Earl to Parker Hubrig.
It is complete.
3-4 yards.
It's great clock management here by Hankinson. 27 seconds to go. They can still score here and get an onside kick for and maybe get a Hail Mary at the end of the game.
Yeah, and part of that, I think, looks like we got a timeout called. And Coach Monelaw's in his 18th year as coach of the Hankinson Pirates. I mean, some of those things like clock management are really, really going to come in to focus. I mean, he knows how to teach kids how to run the clock. 27 seconds left. Rashawn Earl takes him up to the line of scrimmage. He's back in the shotgun, patiently waiting for that snap from the center. He gets the snap. He backs up. He's looking, going into the north end zone. Rashawn Earl, he thinks, no, he gets knocked out of bounds. And the D is there.
Campers to the outside, goes out of bounds.
That defensive backfield has just been solid for the Eagles all night, and it's so fun to see. Does get the first down, but boy, they're running out of time. 20 seconds left. Rashawn Earl up at the line. Gives the clap, gives the snap, quick little crossing pass to Cooper Bull. Cooper Bull surrounded.
We're down to 10.
We're down to 10 and under. I don't know that they're going to get another playoff. They might. 8 seconds, 7, 6. Rashawn looking. Rashawn Earl looking back of the end zone. That does it. And your final score here tonight from Hankinson, the North Border Eagles, 34, Hankinson Pirates, 24. We will be back for post-game analysis in 30 seconds on the North Border Eagle Radio Network. All right, folks, we are back from Hankinson. Your final here tonight at Hankinson Pirate Field. North Border Eagles 34, Hankinson Pirates 24. And the scoreboard came off fairly quickly, which is, kind of customary in high school football. Eagles gathering up in the south end zone. Mr. Wolf, what were you going to say?
Are we going to see the Schultz slide tonight?
Are we going to see this? I think we are. He's warming up, and I think we're going to see this Schultz slide, and he's bringing her up to full speed and coming in for the landing, Mr. Schultz. If you've watched Eagle football for a number of years, you know that is a highlight for the kids and coaches. They gather up at the end of the game. Both teams really have to be congratulated. This was a well-played, entertaining game. I wish we had stats for you. We just don't.
Tell you what, that was a great football game for the first game of the season. Bunch of young players. Like you said, there wasn't a lot of flags, wasn't a lot of turnovers. This is why we love fall. This is why this is my favorite season. I know kids like summer vacation, but I love coming back in the fall. I love when school starts and we get to see these athletes start doing what they do best and entertaining us.
That is so true. And both these teams extremely well coached. Jason Moneylaws with the Pirates, Tim Harchie with the Eagles, and of course their supporting cast. Both do an incredible job with the young people, and they're kind of wrapping things up with their athletes right now, and we're going to wrap things up here too. Phil?
Well, we're going to try to actually get an interview with Coach Tim Harchie here. So if of the 118 followers here on YouTube, please stick around. He will try to come up here and talk to us after the end. Of course, he's got to be ecstatic about it. And we got to start thinking about the Waters player of the game here, I think, for the Eagles. I know probably there's a couple candidates here. I just have to think here for the Eagles. I'd say on the short list is Weston Cosley. I'd say Grant Cosley's on that list. I'm going to say Grayson Ullman's on that list. And Brody Berg. We got to throw a lineman in there. I don't know who the best one was tonight. Simonton had a very good night. The line it's tough to recognize here in the game. The film is going to show a lot more about how those guys are doing. But for us to get all those points on the board, the offensive line had to be playing very well.
You put together 34 points in high school football in the first game of the year. You're doing a lot of things right. And we will just take 30 and talk about this Waters player of the game, and we'll be back in 30 seconds on the North Border Eagle YouTube network. All right, folks, we are back here from Hankinson, North Dakota, and we've talked about this, and we got a couple things to talk about. And I would say, first of all, the C&B Grocery play of the game. The play of the game has to be that punt return by Grant Cosley.
Well, Nick, that was the game that burst it wide open for the Eagles there. Of course, the mistime punt only goes about 10 or 15 yards. Grant Cosley catches it, goes the other side, length of the field about 60 yards, scores, puts the Eagles up. Eagles are in control of the game at that very moment. Undoubtedly, the moment of the game, play of the game. Great job, Grant Cosley.
Can you come up, Archie?
We're trying to get Coach up for an interview here. Undoubtedly, that C&B Grocery play of the game was Grant Cosley with that punt return. Amazing. And your Waters Restaurant player of the game tonight, Mr. Wolf, you want to tell us who it is?
It's got to be Weston Cosley. I know it's his first start, but he made many things happen on offense. Obviously, it takes two to tango. It was the Grant Cosley to Weston Cosley pass and catch show, so we're going to give that to Weston Cosley. We got Coach Harchie coming up. One thing I just want to say, and I want to ask him about this when we talk to him, is they made some big adjustments stopping the sweep and stopping the long pass. So I was really impressed at how how we filled up the holes with the long passes, and they didn't get near them any in the second half as they did at the first. I don't know. We got Coach Archie coming up. We'll give him a minute to catch his breath here, and then we'll talk to him. But very impressive for a lot of young players without varsity experience. I thought they handled themselves very well. They were very well prepared by the coaching staff, and this was just a fantastic night of football tonight.
Yeah, without a doubt, and second half, no breakdowns in that defensive secondary at all. The kids were assignment sharp, and the other thing that impressed us, Tim, was how well that line held space on the defense. Colden Alton and some of those boys up front, Garrett Willits, they stood their ground. And what are your thoughts after this emotional 34-24? It's a big win. What do you think, Tim?
I guess we had some breakdowns that first half in the secondary. I guess second half we did too, but at the end of the game, we learned from our mistakes and we recovered from them and played well from our mistakes. And our D-line played a much better second half. Colden Alt, first start ever, played really well. Our defensive ends played really well. Our whole front was a brand new guys. Our D ends and our front. Colton Bailey played very well, and Garrett Willits come in for an injured Jesse Eisenbeis.
Garrett did a nice job.
Yeah, and Garrett did an excellent job.
Coach, I thought that Cade Schaefer did a nice job in the middle of the field plugging up the run from his linebacker position. What are your thoughts on your linebackers tonight?
Yeah, Cade Schaefer, Gavin Symington Brody, and they're all sophomores, and we put a lot of faith into those guys to play good, hard football. And, they learned pursuit drill is for a reason in practice, and when we got back to pursuing like we're supposed to, they played very well the second half.
Well, Coach, the story of your team this year is losing so many starters from last year. You got such a young team, but you still got some veteran leadership. So can you talk about Grant Cosley and also Grayson Oman, upperclassmen here, had fantastic games tonight?
Yeah, we talked about some things after big plays in the huddle, and those guys just calmed everybody down. They calmed me down a couple times, and it's just veteran leadership. They've been through the wars before in the fight, so they held their heads, and they admitted they had a couple bad plays defensively, and they own their own.
Well, we have a couple standout play and player to mention. A standout play of the game: CMB Grocery out of Walhalla, sponsor for the Sports Boosters. Definitely, we all three of us thought it's a punt return by Grant Cosley in the fourth quarter. So can you talk about how big of a play that was and just diagram that play a little bit for us?
Well, I'd like to say as a coach we drew that one up, but that was up here. No, yes, go. I mean, that was one of those that, oh no, don't grab it. Oh, great job. But yes, that was just a huge play. And we talk in practice. If you're going to try to make a play, make it 100%. And he did. That's exactly what he did. And he showed some wheels there and running away from the number 13 there. And that kid is, I don't know his name, but he's fast. And of course the player of the game. Haven't mentioned him. Waters player of the game in his first varsity action. Up here in the booth, we think it has to be Weston Cosley. Let's talk about the game that he had. We believe he had 3 touchdowns. We didn't mark it down officially. Yeah, I'm not sure how many he had, but Weston, first start offense, defense, he played just about every snap tonight. And, Weston's an athlete and he's a gamer, and he really played well. I was that first touchdown, or the one he caught going to the south there, that was quite a catch in traffic. And Weston's pretty fast. He kind of looks like he's just gliding out there, and all of a sudden he turns the speed on.
Well, his speed. Weston's speed really showed itself on the field tonight. I mean, he's got some wheels, and it's going to be an exciting season, I think, for all of us. So, Coach, you took down, I don't know if they're, highly rated. I'd say certainly highly regarded in Region 1, the Pirates tonight. Who's next? Who do we got next Friday?
We have a very excellent Nelson County team, and I thought they would have been rated in the state this week. They're a very, very good team. They returned just about everybody from a team last year that we beat in the last minute and a half of the game. So I know they'll be looking for us next week. And, we kind of dedicated this one to John Schiltz here, his hometown. He hasn't been back here in quite a few years. And, as a guy that played on your home field on the opposing sidelines, it's tough. When you first look across there, it's tough. And John's pretty emotional tonight, and the kids really appreciated it for him.
And we did talk quite a bit about John. What an honor it is to come back. We want to thank you, Coach Archie, and we're going to let you get back with your team. Anything else? Final thoughts, guys? We're going to sign her off from Hankinson tonight. Your final score: North Border Eagles 34, the Hankinson Pirates 24. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Eagles YouTube, TV, and radio network.